How are you guys doing? Just getting ready to say Blueberry. Michael David Robinson. Yeah, you're cute. Yeah, gee, thanks. That's funny. Just got out of the pool. Had to take a quick dip before everything got up and running. But what I do have to do, I have to go get my fan. Hold 1 second. Hold that thought. Don't go anywhere. All that fun shit. Alrighty, now we're ready to roll. Let's get started. Let's get ready to rumble. Wow. Alright, we're just getting started here. Alright, Blueberry's here. Let's get rolling. It is Sunday. You know what that means? That means tomorrow the market opens up again. So the market opens tomorrow. Darren Ford is here. Hey, Darren, how's it going? World you want to live in, girl. Interesting name. World you want to live in, girl. Obi-Wan. How's it going there, Obi-Wan? Password 1. That's an interesting name. Ginger Snaps. That's cool. Please put name. Okay, please put name. Papo. Howard's here. Mama Apple. Cool beans. Mama Apple's over here on Instagram. No names here. Wayne's here. Hey, Wayne, how's it going? User 4472. User 19224. Blah, blah, blah. Very interested. Very interested in Kroger, since you mentioned it. Well, we'll take a look at Kroger tonight. David, hey James, next week I'm getting a Schwab account. Cool beans. Hey, just keep on stopping by. Got a lot of stuff to teach if you're willing to learn. All right, so we got a new week coming up. Week number 12. Week number 12 for the quarter. Week number 25 for the year. There's 52 weeks in a year. 26 weeks and a half year. So we're into week number 24, 25? No, week 25. Yeah, week 25. Dragons here. El Greco. Close end funds for life. Keep getting those dividends. Hey, Simone is here. How are we doing, Miss Simone? All right, El Greco, I'd like to hear what you have to say about those close-ended funds. Personally, I don't really like them. You know, I like dividend stocks specifically. I take a look at the fund and I take it apart, see what's in there. Okay, and if I can do a better job than the fund can do, or if I can teach you how to do a better job than the fund can do, why would you give your money to a fund? I mean, think about it. ETF, electronically traded fund. You're giving your money to a computer to trade for you. Take a look at the yield that they're giving you, other than dissecting it and figuring what you can do individually. How much do you have to invest to get a decent return on dividends? Okay, Canemy? I'm not quite. I can wait to hear about Kroger. Kroger is on the list today. Actually, Kroger's on. All right, check it out. You ready? So this is the list from yesterday, and we are right here on ExxonMobil. Kroger is right there, down to the bottom. All right. Due diligence drag, about 10K. 10K would give you about, what was that, $100 a week? That's only $400 a month. But it is 50% per year, so that's $5,000 a year. So it's really not a whole heck of a lot. But it's a starting point. If you can increase your portfolio 50% every single year, how quickly could you get to the amount that you need in order to retire comfortably? Now, that's a number that not many people actually know off the top of their head. Hypothetically speaking, as adults, you all know what you spend on average on a monthly basis. Great. So, now do you know how much money you need in order to retire comfortably? Because when it comes to retiring, there's 3 ways to retire. I used to think there was 2, but somebody said there's 3. Okay, so here's 3 ways you retire. 1, you can age out, where they ask you politely, hey, you're too old, get the heck out. 2, you can walk out, means you have enough money that you don't have to work anymore. Okay, then you walk out. Okay. Number 3 is they can carry you out in a body bag or on a gurney. So basically, yeah, you work until you die, or you work until you have enough money to quit, or you work until you age out. It's either going to be one of the 3. Okay, so me, I got to a certain point where I had enough money, and I learned a way. Actually, I didn't learn. I created this for my daughter. I created this for her to get 1% per week. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a second. At 1% per week, what I have right now, I really don't have to work anymore. So, unfortunately, my salary is low, and I started at Gabish. They share an 11% return. Okay. You started at Gab, $5-ish, and then share, and then 11% return. Okay, now El Greco is at 11% per year, 11% per month, 11% per week. I'm making the assumption that's going to be 11% per year. That's less than 1% per month, annual. Yeah. Okay, so sit back, relax, see if this makes sense to you. Okay, if it makes sense to you, my suggestion, and this is what I suggest everyone, open up a paper trading account, a virtual account. It's not real, it's kind of like Monopoly for the stock market. And then you practice with paper money, kind of like the same thing like Monopoly. You're practicing, you're buying houses, you're buying hotels, you're collecting rents, you're protecting mortgages, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Practice. When you get good at it, take your money and invest it yourself. Because 11% annual, although that's better than some, it's only 11%. But ask yourself, just sit back, relax. I'm going to be here till 11:30. Ask whatever questions you think you need to ask to feel comfortable with at least taking an hour or so out of your day or out of your week to at least practice. You don't have to do it every day like I do. I do it every day to teach you guys because I never know who's going to be here and who's not. Okay, Mr. MK Anime. On Thinkorswim, can you do retroactive simulated trades too? Yes, you can. They call it the think back. What do you call it? It's in there. You can use to what do they call it? Back test to see if you were right about something. How about Kroger? We're going to get to Kroger in a minute. I have to go through the what do you call those things? The fine print. What the heck's that fine print? I forget the name. Give me a second. It'll come to me. CMC Comcast. We look at Comcast also. The analytics? No, not the analytics. Comcast. CMCSA. CMCSA. Now, Comcast is usually the first week of every quarter. So we take a look at the Comcast first week of the quarter. Set your AC at 70. You are sweating, brother. Actually, no, I'm not. I just got out of the pool. Okay, my son came home, brought me some ribs for dinner, and said, hey, let's go jump in the pool before I go live. So yeah, I just got out of the pool. Okay, so just got out of the pool. I'm still dripping wet, so it is what it is. Calvin Hill's here. Hey, Calvin, how you doing? No. Jake. Jacob. What is it called, the fine print? When somebody says the legal stuff, it's getting in trouble. Fine print, yeah, that's not what it is. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not, oh my goodness. I forget the word. Disclaimers! There you go. Thank you, Mama. I forgot. Yeah, the legalese crap. Yes, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a banker. I'm not an accountant. I'm not any of those things. I have nothing behind my name other than the fact that I am a senior. S.R. James Senior. Okay, so that being said, the legalese. Here we go. Number one, there's 22, 23 other people pretending to be me here on this platform. Okay, on the web, there are other people pretending to be me. If you really want to talk to me, and I do, I like talking to you guys. Okay? I like talking to you guys. So, if you really want to talk, DM me your number and I will give you a call. Seriously, I will. And you're hearing me speak now, so you know what I sound like. Okay, so if someone calls you and it doesn't sound like me, then you know it's not me. But there are a bunch of people pretending to be me. So I don't do cryptocurrency, and I don't ask for you to send me any money. Okay? So, this is your thoughts on the trades. Yep, my thoughts. That's all it is. And I show you what I do. If you want to copy what I do, that is totally up to you. I do suggest you do your own research. You take a look at the companies and see if the companies make sense to you. So I'm going to go over the criteria, how we came up with the strategy, over the rules, and see if they make sense. Okay, so when I say I created this trading strategy for my 9-year-old daughter back in 08, and we all know what happened in 07, 08, 09, yeah, shit hit the fan, so to speak. Okay, so she wanted to do what I was doing. I was investing in the stock market because I had nothing else to do with my money because they were throwing so much at me I couldn't figure out what to do with it all. Needless to say. Okay, so I was making so much money in those days, right? So I had to come up with something that was simple, easy. Okay, so here it is. Teaching a 9-year-old. What's the name of the website or app that you go on to practice without real money while learning? Ashley, welcome to the show. Ashley, this right here behind me. Okay, you're going to see me going through a whole bunch of apps on there. That is called Think or Swim. You can go to Think or Swim right on the internet and download this onto your computer. Okay, so for you guys that are new here, this chart behind me, this screen behind me is live on YouTube. So you can sit down in your comfy couch, your recliner, whatever, or your computer, and you can bring this up on your computer or on your television. That way you can see these tiny numbers. When I point to these numbers, okay, you can't see those on your phone. You have to take my word for it. So that's why I broadcast live on YouTube, so you can see the numbers that I'm pointing to. Makes it so much easier. Okay, so here's the thing. 08 short sale on the house that is now worth double. Yep, probably. Have you set up a stock scan on Thinkorswim for your criteria? No, I have not. Yep, like, share, all that kind of stuff. Get more viewers. What's your YouTube called? YouTube. Ashley, if you go up here to the bio right here, where my pretty little face is up the top left corner, click on that, smash me in the face right there. That'll bring me to my bio. In my bio, you'll have a link there. 1, you can send me a DM, send me your number, I'll give you a buzz, we can chat. 2 is the link to my website, the10minutetrader.com. Okay, so once you go to the 10minutetrader.com, it looks something like this. Okay, it says right here, the 10-minute trader, investing in dividend stocks for up to 50% annual returns. Simple, safe, consistent, and predictable. If you're looking to strike it rich overnight, this ain't it. My main focus is a safe, consistent, predictable 1% per week. That's what I'm looking for. I'm at that point in my life. I don't want to risk the money that I have saved up. Okay, so as you go here, that's the website. Scroll on down. First video you're going to see is me telling you basically exactly what you're going to see tonight. Underneath that, you're going to see what I consider as a no-risk trading. What do I consider no-risk trading? Well, no-risk trading, in my humble opinion, are those companies that we see day to day. Okay, Coca-Cola, Clorox, Home Depot, Lowe's, companies that have been in business for over 100 years. What do you think of Forex? Nope. Is US for beginners in trading, or choose NASDAQ? All right. Poshtechnik? I can't even read that. Yeah. I used to do Forex. I used to do that kind of stuff. Now I just stick to simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. That's all I do. Really. I don't get into anything else here. Okay, so underneath this, I'll explain to you what I consider is no-risk trading. I can't really see Coca-Cola going out of business. They've been making Coca-Cola for over 100 years. They're probably going to continue doing it for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I will probably live my last day on this planet, and Coca-Cola will probably still be making Coca-Cola. Probably same thing with Ford, Chevy, General Motors, Clorox, a whole bunch of those companies, over hundreds of years. They've been in business for over 100 years. They've seen a lot. World War I, World War II, the stock market crashed, the Great Depression, Vietnam, Korea, Afghanistan, Desert Storm, what do you call it? The financial bust '08, the dot-com bust of 2000, the pandemic of 21. We've seen a lot. These companies have seen a lot of crap, yet they still continue to increase their dividends to their shareholders consistently every single year, higher and higher and higher. Those are the only stocks I look at. Now you might be asking, how many are there? Well, there's over 300. Now, there's over 9,527 companies available in the stock market that you can choose from any day, any one. How about military stocks? Well, if they're over 100 years old and they consistently increase their dividends, then they're on my list. Okay, junk bum? What is the risk level for this strategy for a beginner for getting 1% a week? We're going to go over that in a little bit. Give me 1 second. Please answer the question. Do you trade covered calls? Brian, yes, I do. That's all I do. I do covered calls specifically on dividend stocks that have increased their dividends every single year. And the big thing, let me finish up here first because somebody wanted to know how to get onto YouTube. After you get onto these videos, you'll see the live trading. That's what, for those of you who want to join me live every morning to actually see what I'm doing. After that, you'll have all my social media. You got YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, podcast. I've been doing podcasts for 4 years. Every single one of my trades are available for you to listen to or to see. Okay, so if you want to go to YouTube, it's right here. Okay, click on that little link right there, and that takes you to my YouTube channel, The 10-Minute Trader. If you ever seen or heard one of my videos, it's always, hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by The 10-Minute Trader. Okay, this strategy was created to make it so you only have to spend 10 minutes in front of your computer every day. Okay, so here it is, my 9-year-old daughter. It had to be simple, it had to be safe, it had to be predictable, consistent, and no way she could lose. Okay, that's 5 criteria I had to figure out to show a 9-year-old little girl how to trade stocks. Okay, wait 1 second. I'm going to show you exactly what we're working at.
Hi, I'm JC, and being part of my internet website club thingy, which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose from. There's a different company paying out dividends. Yeah!
All right, so there's me 12 years ago. Okay, I had more hair back then. I had to entertain a 9-year-old why TikTok wanted to be banned in the United States or it should be sold. Okay, well, hashtag Nick, they don't want us sharing information. They don't want us talking to each other. I actually, on TikTok, watching congressional hearings, somebody takes a camera into Congress and records the powers that be that want to force us to do things. And you should hear some of the crap that they're doing. You got, hey, here we go. Hakuna Matata, how are you doing today? They have officials that we vote for, and some we haven't voted for, standing in front of Congress out and out lying to us. Tea with Marie, AEO. We're going to take a gander at that. Mamas, we're also going to take a look at that, AEO. So, yeah, they don't want us knowing the truth. You can't get any more truth than on the floor of Congress, listening to congressional hearings where senators are questioning people that work for the U.S. government. It's supposed to represent our interests. So that's one of the reasons they don't want us talking to each other on TikTok. That's why they want to ban it. They want to control what it is we share. You think they want us to, you think they want you to know how to get 50% per year? No, they don't want to know. They don't want you guys knowing this kind of information. Who knows how long I'm going to be able to do this until I get banned or thrown out. That's why I'm doing it on 5 different social media sites. I'm looking to add more. They just need money from taxpayers. Yep. Hedgehog, how are you doing over there on YouTube? So basically, yeah, I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. Okay, so I'm sharing this information. I don't charge anything for it. You guys ask me any questions you want. But if you want to look over my shoulder, watch me trade, and ask questions while I'm trading live, yeah, that's a different story. Patreon, Kevin Moss, send you a message. Kevin, I will get to that in a little bit. I don't know what this topic has to do with the subject at hand. Yeah, right, we're going to get to that. Sorry about that. I get worked up after a while. So first one we're going to look at on our list of stocks to look at today is going to be Exxon Mobil. Okay, DraftKings. Yeah, sorry. 20 years of dividends, so it is a no. That's a no. All right. First one on the list is Exxon Mobil. I love Exxon Mobil. I do. I trade Exxon Mobil when the numbers are right. So here's the thing. First thing I want to do is I want to Starbuckies just in time. Starbucks. Nope, I'll write it down. S-Bucks. Okay, so we only have like 12 stocks so far, so we will get to Starbucks tonight. Sorry, your residents probably won't get to DraftKings. DraftKings is going. You know what? DKNG. 38, 39, blah, 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 39. Ooh, nice. Nice premium they're giving. What was it? DKNG. DKNG, DraftKings. Okay? DraftKings, no dividends. So DraftKings is a no. Starbucks is a yes. Craig, David, Cisco. I love Cisco. CSCO. I'll write it down. We'll take a look at it. CSCO. Yep. We'll take a look at it. We'll get to it in a little bit. But at this moment in time, we want to look at Exxon Mobil. I like Exxon. XOM. First thing I want to see, okay, after I find out when do they pay their dividend. That's the first time I want to know. I want to know where on the calendar, okay, where on the calendar is Exxon Mobil? When are they paying their dividend? And that's what I want to take a look. Well, we're just going to take a look at that. We're going to bypass that step at this moment only because you guys want to see the numbers, you want to see how everything works. But it all starts with the calendar, okay? Calendar. I want to find out when they pay their dividend, and I want to buy 2 weeks before the dividend. Each one of these little green dots represents a company that I've already looked at, already in my personal Rolodex. These are the companies that I personally trade. Okay, I want to find out when are they paying their dividend. And then, once I find out when they're paying their dividend, I want to make sure I'm getting more than 1%, because they all don't pay 1% all the time. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It all depends on a bunch of different factors. And that changes every day, it changes every week. So in order to know, first thing I want to do is I want to look at what am I buying it for. Okay? Now, if you know anything about the stock market, you know that last, bid, ask, volume, open, high, low, that's your stock. Have you ever used a Bookmap tool? Never heard of it, Adrian. Sorry. Okay, I like things simple and easy, and I don't want to have to learn new software. I actually have software in my computer that if I could figure it out, I wouldn't need 5 cameras. Okay, I would use just one camera, and I'd be able to broadcast through all the different stations. I have no idea how to do that. I find it easier just to buy a new phone, okay, and just bounce it off the Wi-Fi. I know how to do that. And then I hit send, and now I'm live on all these different channels. I find it so much easier than trying to figure out the damn software. I am that old. I don't even want to be bothered. Okay? So, sorry, never heard of Bookmap tool. Sorry. Okay, so first thing I want to look at. What am I paying for it? Okay? The bid is what I can sell it for. The ask is what I can buy it for. Now, the 109 strike price. This is where covered calls come in. This is where options come in. Now, there are a lot of different trading strategies you can do with options, but I only use one and one only. Remember, it was created for a 9-year-old. It had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way she could lose. Okay, so for that, simple. This is what I can buy it for. I look at the strike price, the 109 strike price, what can I sell it for? 123. Now 123 is over 1%. Hey Doc, how's it going? Is over 1%. So I like the numbers. Next thing I want to look at is I want to look at the chart because I want to make sure the timing is right. Okay? What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look. This is the 1 year chart. First thing I want to look at any chart whatsoever. First thing. And it only takes 2 or 3 seconds to do it. 2 or 3 seconds. Watch. High, low, was, is, direction. That's it. I'll go slower. You ready? The high of the year. Well, there it is. The low of the year. Well, there it is. Where was it a year ago? Right there. Where is it right now? Right there. What direction is it going in? A year ago to today, it's in an upward trend. That's it. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Which direction is it going? Simple. Okay, so I like it. Now, I want to go to the last 90 days. Now, why am I choosing 90 days as opposed to anything else? Well, 6 months ago, it was a total different world. Okay, so why am I looking at the 1 year? Well, because 1 year gives me an idea of what it's doing so far this year. Patricia Downing. Patricia, honey, how are you doing over there in Facebook land? Hope things are good out there in England. What time is it? You know, like during the day in England right now? Anyway. James, get Restream, and you can multi-stream, do different platforms at the same time. Or StreamYard. You know what? I do have Restream. I haven't looked at StreamYard yet, but I have no idea how to use it. Okay? Like I said, if I knew how to use the software that's already in my computer, I wouldn't need the 5 different cameras. Anyway, let's get back to where we were. Okay, so I like to look at the 1 year chart, 90-day chart, 30-day chart, and then the seasonality chart. This way it allows me to get a good idea of where the stock was, where the pricing was, where it is, where it's going, all that kind of stuff. You for Jumper Joe, don't get me started on that. Seriously, I'm going to ignore the fact that you even asked that question. Okay, so the last 90 days, simple. High, low, where was it, where is it? Okay, so for the last 90 days, last 3 months, slight bit to the downside. Okay, it works, but not on TikTok. Well, see, there we have a problem. Okay, so anyway, this is where we are. There's your high, low, was, is. Great. Now I want to look at the last 30 days so I can get a good idea of where it's going to go in the next 5 or 10 days. Why the next 5 or 10 days? Because I only want to be in it for a week. I want to buy it on Monday and be out on Friday and grab my 1%. Okay? I want to buy it 109. I want to sell something the right to buy it 9. Now this is the part that doesn't register with a lot of people. If I'm buying it for 109 and I'm selling it for 109, well, how can I make 1%? Well, it's the premium that I'm collecting. Okay? So whoever wants to buy it from me for 109, they have no idea what I paid for it. For all they know, I could have paid $124 for it, or I could have paid, $80 for it. They don't know. They really don't care. They have their own goals in mind. They're buying it at this price, thinking that it might go up. Why else would you buy a call? The only reason you buy a call is because you're thinking the stock will go up. Fine. They can think whatever they want. What I want, to buy at 109, sell it at 109, collect 123. 123 is over 1%. That's for the week. Okay, so if I'm buying it on Monday, tomorrow morning, selling this thing first thing Monday morning, I'm going over 1%. But what's the chart telling me? We already looked at the 1 year. We're looking at the 90 right now. Then I want to look at the 30. The 30 is coming up next. Then you only need 2 phones, one for TikTok and one for multiple streams. Yeah, your residents, I get that. I do. But then I have to figure out how to make it work. Okay? So, I don't know how to do that yet. Haven't got around to it. There's so many other things. And at this moment, this little enterprise is just me. So, I'm doing what I can with what I have to work with. Alright? And it's easier for me just to plug in the phone, hit send, and I'm good to go. Where is the premium coming from? Why do you get more when you sell it? Okay, anime. MK Anime. These numbers right here are created by the market maker that works with the CBOE, Chicago Board of Options. Who buys it, who sells it, I honestly really don't care. Okay, so if it's up for sale, okay, somebody somewhere is going to buy it. Now, whoever's going to buy it, they're going to pay $125 for it. I'm selling it, so I'm receiving $123. So why is it $123 and $125, two different numbers? Well, the difference between the $123 and the $125 is 2 cents per contract or per share. Where does that go? That goes to the market maker. Who's the market maker? Let's think of him as the owner of the convenience store down the street from you. Okay, you go out your door, go to the left, and down the street, there's a Circle K, 7-Eleven, or whatever store you have right around the corner. Okay, there's someone who owns it. Okay, he's going to buy a gallon of milk for $3. He's going to sell it to you for $4. The difference between the two, the spread, that's what he makes. So, the market maker is the casino. There you go, Michael. That's a good way of looking at it. But it's usually just one person. Because usually each company has one, maybe two people that are market makers. They do the buying, they do the selling. That is their job. Okay, when you put a buy order in or sell order in, you can sell it or buy it at the market, or you can do what's called a limit order. Limit orders like, this is what I want to pay and that's it. This is what I want to sell for, that's it. Okay, so who actually is the person buying it or selling it? Well, at this moment in time, I'm thinking about being one of those sellers. Okay, I'm thinking about being one of those sellers. But as you can see, the open interest, there's already 9,958 contracts already open. That means there's already 9,958 people who already sold them. I'm just going to be one. Okay, so if I buy 1,000 shares, that will allow me to sell 10 contracts. It's one contract for each 100 shares. So if it's 300 shares, it's 3 contracts. And then it goes to 9,963 or whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter who buys it as long as it's there. Okay, it's up for sale, which means someone is buying it and someone is selling it. So if I buy it at 109, sell it at 109, I collect 123. That's what the market maker came up with. And if you really want to know how he came up with that, that is a confusing mathematical equation. And if you really want to find that out, it is called the Black-Scholes option pricing method. You can dump that into Google or YouTube or wherever and do a search on it, and you're going to find one interesting mathematical equation. It's confusing as hell. I really don't care. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to know about it. All I want to know is, what am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? And what am I collecting? Great. I don't really care about dotting the I's and crossing the T's. What am I buying it for? What am I collecting? And which direction is it going? Okay, so now that we know the numbers work, let's check out the chart. Look, 90 days ago, she shoots up. Here's your 90-day high. There's only one 90-day high. And guess what? There's only one 90-day bottom. And that was Friday. So what does that mean? Well, that's Friday. I don't want to buy it at the bottom. The only reason I want to find out where the bottom is so that I can isolate it. Because when you're buying a stock, you buy low, you sell high. You can't get any lower than the low of the year or the low of the 90-day period. So we're going to take a look at the last 30 days, and that's right here. So here's the last 30 days. 30 days ago, here we were. Here's a 30-day high. Okay? Here's your 30-day bottom. Which direction is it going? It's going down. Well, guess what? It's going to keep going down until you and I, because you and I, we are the buyers and we are the sellers. We are the people that create this crap. Think about it. The market maker, he's just there holding up a sign. Hey, I'm buying. Hey, I'm selling. What do you want to do? And I look at it and say, oh, ExxonMobil at 109? Hell yeah, I want to buy some of those. But not yet. Because I'm waiting for... Because you look at it this way. You got a lot of people looking at ExxonMobil. Dave 99. I'm going to put Macy's on the list. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Okay, just hang tight. We'll get to it. But right now we're looking at ExxonMobil. So think about it. There's about 100 people here right now. Okay, this is just one channel. I can almost guarantee with 100% certainty you have hundreds and hundreds of people around the world watching ExxonMobil, all looking at it. Okay, oh, how low is it going to go? I like it at 109, but Maybe it'll go to 108. Maybe it'll go to 107. Maybe it'll go to 106. And as soon as it does, VLO, Michael, we'll take a look at VLO. VLO. We'll take a look. Can't promise you anything at the moment. Peter Griffin. Oh, damn. Exxon does look good on that chart. I'm looking into it now. Okay, Peter, it only looks good. Okay, Walgreens, WBA, we'll look at that one also. WBA. Now, the only reason ExxonMobil, AMD, okay, hold on a second. Just hold up with the questions. Now, I want to get back to this. AMD is a no. We've looked at AMD many, many times. Are you looking to do cash puts on Exxon or covered calls after you buy? Okay, Peter, I do covered calls only. I don't do puts at all. So remember, you're new here, Peter. Okay? Peter, you're new here. So you don't know that this was created for a 9-year-old, this trading strategy. If the stock meets your criteria, you buy the stock, simultaneously sell the calls against it, against your held shares. Exactly. Ford, we'll take a look at Ford also. Okay, guys, just hold up with all the questions. Let me finish up with this. I don't like cash secured puts. I understand your main strategy. Okay, all right, Peter, really quickly. A cash secured put, in simple terms. William Patton, how you doing, William? In simple terms, a cash secured put, you're taking a chunk of money, you're putting it on hold, and you're putting it up for collateral to get a return for it on a weekly basis. Right? Covered calls the exact same thing. You're taking a chunk of money, you put it on hold, you're getting a return on a weekly basis. Okay, puts are obligations. That means you're giving someone the rights to tell you what to do. Yeah, I'm from the generation who just doesn't like it. I don't like people telling me what to do. I like calls. It's not. Wait a minute. It's the option. It's not the obligation. Now you have the privilege of buying it from me, but you're not obligated. Your TV always backwards. Daniel, you'll know it's not. True. Yay, I see what you mean. Okay? So, if I'm looking for safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week, how I get that, does it really matter? It has to be simple. It has to be safe, it has to be predictable, consistent, and no way you can lose. Peter Griffin, is that your only reason? Well, Peter, I grew up in a time where if it wasn't broke, don't fix it. Okay, so as you see, I showed you a little while ago. Okay, here's me, 12 years ago. Created it for my 9-year-old daughter 15 years ago. Okay, now, if it not broke, don't fix it. You ever hear that expression? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, if I've been averaging 1% per week for the past, verifiably, 12 years, why would I change it? Wouldn't it be worth it if you had your money on hold unless the premium was really good? Peter, I have my money, 98% of my money is invested at all times in the stock market, at all times. Why is that? Well, because I've been doing it for over 15 years, and it's been working for me for over 15 years. So why would I change it? Safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. The only reason you're hearing about it now because somebody was stupid enough to put me in front of a camera saying, here, have at it, you do it. So I'm at that point in my life where I feel compelled to share what I know. If all else would work, if absolute worst case scenario, something happens to me and my children finally get interested in money, they can always go back to YouTube and look at all of the videos that will be saved forevermore. So I'm creating a video log for my children. So you guys may think this is for you, but no, this is for me to teach my children how to do this. Okay? So at this moment in time, one son's a cook, not interested in money. Another son's a bartender, not interested in money. A daughter, she washes dogs, not interested in money. At some point in time, when dad is no longer here and dad leaves them a big fat chunk of change, and in that chunk of change that they're going to be inherit is a stipulation saying you can't have it until you figure out how to do this. It's an evil plan. Okay? So, that being said, let's finish up with the example with ExxonMobil. Like I said, I like Exxon. If I'm buying at 109, I'm selling it for 109, I'm making over 1%. Over 1% every single week is over 50% per year. That's my goal. 50% per year. Safe, predictable, consistent. All right, now, I like mobile, but Hey, Mikey G's here. Way to go, Mikey G. Now, I like ExxonMobil, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 down days in a row. How many more days is it going to go down? Hey, Young Money, YH. I have no idea what you mean by YH. Okay, if it's a stock symbol, we'll get to it. Okay, at this moment, I got a bunch that I'm looking at. If you're curious, just if you're curious, okay, this was last week's list you guys had me look at. And this is the week before, okay, and then you got the week before that. So I have all these pages of stocks to look at. You guys have them to look at all the time. PLTR. PLTR, we'll get to it. All right. 5th day or rebound. Okay, Josh, that's a good question. However, this is going to continue going down. Now, as I was trying to say, AVGO is a no. Okay, I can tell you AVGO right now is a no. But I'll take a look at it and I'll show you why it's a no. AVGO. Who's that? Sakina? Unit 2? Alright, so let's continue. This is going to continue going down. Now you have investors all over the place because ExxonMobil has been in business for a very, very long time. Alright, so as soon as it hits its bottom, which wasn't today, wasn't Friday, it wasn't Thursday, it wasn't Wednesday, it wasn't Tuesday, okay? The previous 30-day bottom, right here, last week, or the week before, okay? And that was at 111. She went up a little bit, pulled back, now she's at 109. Now you have thousands of people staring at ExxonMobil, waiting for it to find its bottom. As soon as it finds its bottom, it's going to turn around and go back up. That's the best time to buy because you cannot get any lower than the 30-day bottom in the 30-day time frame because you can only have one top, you can only have one bottom. As soon as we find the bottom, it may be tomorrow, it may be Tuesday, and she turns around and goes back up. That's the time to jump in. Okay, what are these questions? Do you think Spider is going to go up Monday? Or Paradox, I don't do Spider at all. Mikey P. Hey James, happy Father's Day. Let's make some money this week. Well, Mikey P, that's what we're here for. Safe, consistent, predictable, 1% per week. I don't even know what I did last week because the options expire on Saturday, and I haven't even crunched the numbers yet. Be careful about... Let's see, telepathic and dangerous. Hey, Smarley, I have no idea what that is. Hauska? It is telepathic and dangerous. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, so that's ExxonMobil. I love ExxonMobil. I'm going to love it when it finds its bottom. So we're going to put ExxonMobil on the list to keep our eye on this week. XOM. So we're going to look at it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day until we find its bottom. Once we find its bottom, that's a good time to go jump in. Buy low, sell high. Well, here we are at the high right here. Here's the low right now. Okay, you could jump in tomorrow morning, but you don't know because it could be lower tomorrow. Okay, why buy when it's going down? Wait for it to hit the bottom, turn around, go back up. Cook stock. Okay, Jay Good, I have no idea what you're talking about. Gabriel, do you think I should buy a call option with a long expiration date on ExxonMobil when it goes up? Gabriel, I cannot give you that advice because I have no idea who you are. I have no idea what your interests are. I have no idea what you're thinking or where you want to go with your investment strategy. That's why I tell people, you want my opinion? Send me your phone number. I will give you a call. You can ask right here in the chat, does he actually call? And you'll get a bunch of people saying, yes, he does. Because I do call. Because this is my passion. This is what I'm interested in. I'm interested in helping people. Why? I want to put the screws to the man. Because the little guy, we've been screwed so much over our lifetime. Okay, I was born in the 60s, raised in the 70s and 80s. There's so much stuff that's coming out now that we know for a fact that the government has been lied to us. So yeah, they've been lying to us. Here, put your money in here, get 4% a year. Yeah, BS. If I can get 1% a week, okay, if I can get 1% a week, every week, safe, predictable, consistently, why wouldn't I want to share that? Chosen one. Where do I put my number for you to call? Chosen one, top left corner. You see that pretty little face up there? Slap me once in the face right there. That'll take you to my bio. My bio says, send me an email. Go to my website. All the information is top left corner. It's really not that difficult. I'm all in. SVOL. Craig, I feel bad for you. SVOL. We'll take a look at that. And VOO. Craig, hang out. I will take a look at those and I'll give you my honest opinion of them. Alright, Jay Good, Traeger Inc. They make grill stock good called Cook. Okay, great. It's going to be a no. Because I've been doing this long enough. If a company, do I use Discord? Yes, I do. But it's, what color is your Lambo? What makes you think I have one of those pieces of crap? CVX, Chevron. Yeah, we're going to be looking at Chevron in a little bit. Okay? You're under the, Beanbagger. You're under the impression, do I look like the kind of person who would drive a Lambo? No. I have a pickup truck and a van. Okay? I don't need to drive one of those expensive little toys. Can you give an honest opinion on buying Big Lots now? I have no idea what Big Lots is, other than the store Big Lots. And at this moment, it's a no. Why is it a no? Bruce, PLTR is on the list. We're going to take a look at it. Now, why is Big Lots a no? Well, number one, I've been doing this long enough to know if there's a company that has paid its dividends for 20 years or more and consistently increased and has weekly options, I already know who it is. See, I've been doing this live thing since January, all right? So, as you can see, I got a book full of pages that look like this. Every week I go to a different page. Look at that. There's a couple of hundred stocks to look at. Previous week, a couple hundred stocks to look at. Previous week, a couple hundred stocks to look at. I have pages and pages and pages of stocks that you guys have me take. Trust me when I say, if there is a company that has 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options, I already know about it. So when you ask me to take a look at it, it's a, but it is what it is. Okay, numbers don't lie. The high is here, the low is here. This is what I can buy it for, this is what I can sell it for. That is more than 1%. That's for the week. All the stock has to do is stay above 109 come next Friday. That's 5 days away. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days away. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. There's no trading on Wednesday. Okay, still fine. Okay, but I don't like ExxonMobil at the moment. Me and probably about 100,000 other people are keeping our eye on this. As soon as it finds its bottom, it may be 108, it may be 107, maybe 106. But as soon as it finds its bottom, it turns around, starts going up, that's the time I want to jump in. I'm not telling you guys to do the same thing. I like the company. I do. ExxonMobil, they've been around for, I can't say they've been around for 100 years because I don't know exactly. Okay, wait a second. XOM Incorporated. Oops, not XEM, XOM. Damn it. So I'm looking it up on YouTube. When? Does anybody know? ExxonMobil, blah, 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 blah. 1882. There you go. ExxonMobil is over 140 years old. Okay, I don't think it's actually going anywhere. So here's your question. ExxonMobil has been in business for over 140 years. They consistently increase their dividends. Here's the high of the 30-day period. Here's the low of the 30-day period. When is it going to change and start going back up again? Well, that's why we're keeping an eye on it. We're going to look at it tomorrow. We're going to look at it Tuesday. We're going to look at it Thursday, and we're going to look at it Friday. When is a good time to jump in? Don't know. We won't know until we know. That's the great John F. Kennedy says, we don't know the answers of tomorrow's questions with the information we possess today. That's one of my favorite quotes. I can't answer the question until we get there. Okay, so tomorrow she's going to open up. What she opens up at will give us an idea of what the market maker is thinking. Because the market maker is the only person who knows what the stock's going to open up at. Because he's in charge. All right, that's ExxonMobil. Fine. We got a lot more to look at. We got a lot more to look at. What kind of boat you got? I got 6 boats. Does he read chat? I try to reach out as best I can. I'm not very good at that. What do you call that? What do you call that? Discord. I'm getting better at it. I'm not very good at it though. Disney. Ooh, Joe Montana. Oh, JC Montana wants to look at Disney. DIS. We'll put it on the list. We'll take a look at it. Okay. Are we going to make money? Yes or no? It all depends on you, and I can't tell you what to do. The accolades you got. I don't have any accolades. I'm basically a nobody. Seriously. Okay? Opinion on NVIDIA. NVIDIA for me is a no. Okay? Now, they were $1,200. You know what their dividend was? The dividend at $1,200, $1,200 per share was 1 cent. NVIDIA, here we go. NVDA. Okay, so it's at 132 at the moment. So 132 is going for $3. Of course it is. Why the hell not, right? NVDA. Whoops. NVDA. Okay, NVIDIA, the 11th, which was last week. Okay, NVIDIA paid their dividend last week. 1 penny. Okay, it was 1 penny dividend. Okay, you think that's good? Trade stocks with dividends. All right, hold on. I got one more thing to show you about NVIDIA for those of you who really like NVIDIA. NVDA. Now, this hasn't changed much. That's horrible. Statistics. Let's go to statistics. Alrighty. Alright, NVIDIA. Profits per share, $3.23 a share. It hasn't changed. When it was $1,200 per share, the profits per share was still $3.23 a share. Okay, now, current ratio, 323. Book value, here you go, right here. Book value per share, $2 per share. Amazon's a no. Sorry, Amazon doesn't pay dividends, so it's a no. Are we making money on dividends itself or the stock price associated with the dividend? He's not focused on growth stocks. You're absolutely right. I'm not. PANW or TXTX. Yeah, this could be no for both of those. Okay, terribly sorry about that, but I'll take a look at them. PANW and TGTX. Picard, I don't know what that stock symbol is. But let's finish up with NVIDIA for a second, okay? Just with NVIDIA. Okay, so when NVIDIA was at $1,200, it was still, the book value was still $2 a share. So why would you put your money into a company that's valued, this is just the stock value, at $130 when the book value is only $2? Okay, PCAR, PCAR, we'll take a gander at it. Well, let's pick on NVIDIA for a second. PCAR is a major truck parts manufacturer. Okay, Kevhead, is Microsoft overpriced the dividend 75 cents? We're going to take a look at Microsoft also, Edward. MSFT. But just to let you know, Peter, Kevhead, Pacer, okay, even though it may be a big truck company, if they have not increased their dividends for 20 consecutive years and have weekly options, it's not going to be on my list. It may be on your list and you may be happy with it. Okay, but I'm not looking for the same thing you're looking for. Okay, I'm looking for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. That's all I'm looking for. I'm not looking for capital appreciation. All right. Would you want to live in Girl? Would you want to live in Girl? EMR, Emerson. I like Emerson. Emerson Electric. They've been in business for over 100 years. CBSH is going to be a no. CBSH, that's a no, but I will take a look at it anyway. DOV. I like Dover. That's a good one. CHRD, never heard of them. You guys got to really stop with all the questions because we're not going to be looking at anything if I keep answering questions. Because I'm still picking on NVIDIA. Okay. CHRD. RD. James is making money every week. He's not thinking 30 to 40 years ahead. Mikey, thank you very much. NEM. NEM, save me, NEM. I'll get you, my pretty. NEM. RYLD, that's going to be a no. RYLD, that's an ETF. Don't do ETFs. Now, what I do with the ETFs is I take them apart and find out what stocks are inside of them. So let's get back to NVIDIA, why I don't like NVIDIA. Reason number one, the dividend is only 1 penny. Okay? Yeah, but ignore us. Sorry, anime. Now, you're saying that now, but you probably don't. Barack? Parker, I have no idea what you're talking about, Barack. Okay, so let's continue where we are and where we're going. You guys keep throwing these stocks at me. Okay, you guys really think. Okay, now, I've been doing this for over 20 years. This is what you guys send me. All right, at this moment in time, this is what you send me. I can almost guarantee it's going to look very similar to this, and very similar to this, and very similar to this, and so on and so forth throughout the whole freaking book. Why? Because if there is a company that offers increased dividends for more than 20 consecutive years and has weekly options, don't you think I already know about it? You have the Dividend Kings, 50 years of increased dividends. The Dividend Aristocrats, 25 years of increased dividends. The Dividend Champions, 25 years of increased dividends. The Dividend Contenders, 10 to 24 years of increased dividends. And then I throw in Warren Buffett's list because I like Warren. Good enough for Warren's good enough for me. So here's the thing. Every week I look. Okay, so if there's a new Dividend King, new Dividend Aristocrat, new Dividend Champion, don't you think I already know it? Because that's what I do. Pinky, how are you doing over there in Facebook world? So if there is a stock that makes the criteria that I'm looking for to use in this strategy, now this strategy is one of the safest strategies there is. It's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent. It's a covered call. It's the safest one there is. Now you make money by buying low, selling high. Well, how do you figure that out? Well, you're not going to do it with NVIDIA. Look at it. It's down here at 40 bucks and then shoots up. Look at this one day. It opened up at 120, shot up to 195, and then dropped back down again. Okay, who got that 195? PACY, that's going to be a no, but we'll take a look at it to make you feel better. PACY. No, PAYC. Sorry, PAYC. Right, is IEP good dividend stock? It's going to be a no. IEP. TNA. All right, you guys got to really stop with the stocks because I'm not being. XRP is not a dividend. It's not a stock. MO Altria. I like Altria. Not this week though. TNA. Okay, so let's get back to where we were. All right. So I don't like NVIDIA because you got this big huge run up here. Okay, it was at 1,200 about a week ago. At $1,200, it was still only a $2 stock. Hood, HOOD, okay. QYLD, Daniel, sorry, but that's going to be a no. QYLD, I'm looking at it now. Thoughts on WISE? WISE is going to be a no. WISE, but we'll take a look at it. You know, just hang out. Sounds is always a no. Okay, Sound does not have 20 years of increased dividends. Neither does PayPal. Yeah, Altria is paying a fat dividend, but is it the right time to buy? Hold tight, we're going to take a look at it. PYPL. And, okay, ignore the comments, just talk. Yeah, I want to get to that. What stocks are high on your watch list for this week? We're going to get to that. TSMC, I never even heard of that. TSMC. All right, I'm going to put together a video. It's going to be WTF you thinking. What the fuck were you thinking? Okay, when somebody sold you this or why you bought it. Because here's the thing. We, as buyers and sellers, we get sucked into buying crap and then we try to justify why we buy it. Okay, I buy things for a certain reason and a certain reason only. Specifically, a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Only looking at dividend stocks that have increased for 20 years or more. So let's take a look at them. NVIDIA is a no. I only buy stocks. Well, Rocco, so don't I. I buy stocks, I sell options against them. I collect a premium. That premium gives me 1% or more every week. AMD is going to be a no. Okay, I've already looked at AMD many times. AMD, ADM, basically both of them are no. I've been wearing the same clothes for the last 17 years. Rocco, you want to hear something funny? Rocco, you're going to think this is funny. Where is it? Okay, Rocco, you see this shirt right here? Okay, this video was taken 12 years ago. Okay, I still have that shirt. As a matter of fact, if you look at some of my video reels, I think it was like maybe a month, maybe 2 months ago, I did a video wearing that exact same shirt. Granted, it has a bunch of holes in it now because it's well worn. But yeah, I still have my leather jacket from high school. It has the big M on it. Okay, it's like almost 47 years old, that jacket, and it still fits me. Uh-oh, I gotta do pretending that I'm still here. Alright, yep, I'm human. Verifying that I'm here. There we go. Okay, HH. Alright, who cares? Alright, thanks, Dusty. TTD is growth, no dividends. Okay, that's gonna be a no then. Okay, so let's get out of here and get back to the stocks. That's what you guys are looking for. You're not really looking for my tidbits on my life. Okay, so next one on the list, Stag. I used to buy Stag years ago, but I don't buy Stag anymore. STAG. This is why I don't buy Stag anymore. Monthly options. What does monthly options mean? Over the last 52 weeks, IEP has been beating VOO and pays bigger dividend. I love it still. All right, Mikey, this guy can watch 2 charts at once. Okay, that works too. All right, so why don't I like Stag? It has monthly options. What do monthly options mean? That means I can only do it once a month, 12 times a year. If I get 1 or 2% a month, that's only 12 to 24% a year. I like weeklies. Weeklies give me 1 or 2% per week. That's over 50% per year. I love it. Okay, now, Mikey, I'm going to pick on you in a little bit because you like VOO and IEP. And then, I'm not really going to pick on you, but I'm going to tell you why I don't like either one of them. You already checked Kroger. No, we haven't checked Kroger yet. I'll do the Kroger right now. Because, Simone, you've been asking so nicely. OZK. Okay, OZK. Bank Ozark. Wow, wait a second. Bank Ozark, OZK. OZK. Here we go. Historical data. Hey, why isn't there anything on OZK? What the heck? Come on. It's not giving me what I want to take a look at. I'm up 30% on the Qs. All right, Corey, sounds good. I'm happy for you. OZK, Ozark Bank. Wow, all right. It's not giving me what I want. Yahoo Finance.
Dave, why are you trying to defend staying there when that isn't something that you want? Yes.
Okay, so here's OZK. Let's look at historical data.
I'm misinterpreting this.
How does options work? I'm confused. Hey, Austin's here. How's it going, Austin? All right. You buy the ability to buy. Choose one. Blah, blah, blah.
Well,
Okay. How do options work? Simple. You ready? Options work in this manner. Let's say hypothetically you have a car sitting in your front yard and you want to get rid of it. Slap a for sale sign up for $1,000. Great. Tom comes by and says, ooh, I like your car. Let me give you a non-refundable deposit. I will come back and pick it up on Friday. Great. If he comes back, picks it up on Friday, he gives you $1,000. That $100 is a non-refundable deposit. It doesn't come off the cash price. If he doesn't come back on Friday to pick it up, you now have the opportunity to resell it again next week. Do the exact same thing. Tom gave you $100. He didn't come pick it up. Great. Now Jeff from 2 towns over says, hey, I like that car. Let me give you $100. I'll come back on Friday. He can come back on Friday, pick it up, give you $1,000 or not. It all depends. Now, why is it that OZK is not pulling up on Yahoo Finance? Okay, quote for OZK, loading the chart. There it is, right there. Okay, historical performance for OZK. Why am I not getting it? Okay, it's not coming up. Does anybody know if OZK, Ozark Bank, has been paying dividends for the last 20 years? Because I'm not seeing it. Anyway, let's go back and keep going. A call is the right to buy to someone else. A put is a right to sell to someone else. Yeah, exactly. Happy Father's Day. Yep, thank you for that. I sell puts. Good, Rocco. That actually works. It's called a cash secured put. You're doing the exact same thing I'm doing. You're just doing it backwards. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're taking cash, putting it aside, getting a return on it. Great, not a problem. What am I doing? I'm doing covered calls. I'm taking some cash, putting it aside, getting a return on it. Exact same thing. Okay, but you're obligating people where I'm just giving people the opportunity. So I don't like puts because of the vibe that it puts off. You know, people call me weird. Great, I like movies with happy endings. I don't do blood and guts movies, horror movies. I don't do them. Okay, I like happy shit. It's weird. Puppies, flowers, butterflies. Yeah, I'm all for that. Whatever. How can you? Wait a minute. How much can you get per option? Chosen one. It's going to change every week. Okay, right now, OZK Bank, $39.45. The closest strike price, the $39.45, is going to be the 39. It's going for 50 cents. Yep, ain't worth it. The 40 is going for 5 cents. Ain't worth it. OZK, the monies just don't work. So chosen one. These numbers always change. Okay, Rocco, worse. I use margin and then DCA if I have to buy the stock and sell half, reissue the put. No, there you go, Rocco. That's cool. It works. Okay, but do you see in your explanation all the different steps you have to take? Absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're more advanced. Now, for a 9-year-old little girl, that's a little complicated. It had to be simple, it had to be safe, it had to be predictable, it had to be consistent. Now, I'm not delusional in any way whatsoever. This strategy is simple and easy. Great. It is a stepping stone to get people started, to get people to earn 50% per year. Great. 50% per year. Great. Now, once you learn this, you can start throwing different strategies in with it. I'm teaching the exact same strategy I taught 15 years ago. It hasn't changed any. Okay? However, there are more parts that you can add into it. You can add in cash secured puts. So cash secured put, grab the stock, do a covered call, and get it. Almost the exact same amount of money. And then you can do what Rocco's doing. It's a couple more steps, get you a couple more dollars. But then you have to sit in front of your computer a little longer, and you have to learn different strategies, and it takes a little bit more time. Me, I am perfectly happy with 1% that takes me 10 or 15 minutes a day. 10 or 15 minutes a day is less than 1 hour a week. Now, most people spend more time planning a family barbecue. Great. Than their own personal finances. But Riley, you're correct, and so is Rocco. You guys are both right. You know, I'm not saying either one of you are wrong. I'm just saying this is a stepping stone. Learn the strategy. Get good at it. 50% per year is a nice number to go by. And if JC, I haven't forgot about you. Seriously, I haven't. Look. Okay? This is the list that was from yesterday. I'm still right here. This is the list from tonight. Disney is... What the heck is Disney? Okay, Disney is right there. It's on the list. I will get to it. Pete, hi, how you doing? Now, I try not to favor anybody. So when you put up a stock that you want me to take a look at, fine. It goes at the bottom of the list. And they just come off as they come off. Okay, so what was I saying? OZK is a no. The numbers just don't work. Take a look. If I'm buying for this, selling for that, yeah, just doesn't work. No, OZK, quick. Boeing. Now, some of you might not like Boeing, because remember that big, huge issue they had at the beginning of the year? Look at this. 270, this is the issue they had. Lost all that money. Then they got to a certain point, and they said, wait a minute. Boeing is worth more than 160. Because that's the high of the year. Here's the low of the year. And the investors finally say, oh, no. Okay, what's the best program for this? Chosen one, I have no idea what you're talking about for the program. Whistleblowers, yep, could very well be. But it still comes down to the same thing. Alright? This is the stock that we're looking at. This is the 1 year chart. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was a year ago, here's where we are right now. Okay, what are we going to do? LD defense stocks. Yep. Okay, so Boeing. Okay, let's quickly look at the numbers. When is a good time to get into Dow Index Fund? Sorry, I can't help you out with that one. Where should I start if I'm only starting with $100? Educate yourself. Okay, that's my best answer I can give you. All right, but I'm already retired policeman and don't want to try to scam me. All right, so what? All right, Jenny Wilson. Okay, you guys are carrying conversations yourself. Okay, so whoever you're talking to, Jenny Wilson, Rocco, Jenny Wilson. All right, but I'm a retired policeman, so don't try to scam me. Yeah. When I say there's 22 scammers out there pretending to be me, there are. Okay, so if someone calls you asking for money pretending to be me, I've already told you in part of the what do you call it, the disclaimers. Okay, I don't do crypto, I don't do WhatsApp, I don't do Telegram. Okay, if you really want to talk to me, send me your phone number. I will give you a call. Okay, I can't help out if any of you guys get scammed from someone else. I can't help you out there. Okay, message back, blank, damn it. Jenny Wilson. Hey, Jenny, please don't do that. Okay, you keep asking these people to follow you back. That's not what we're here for. We're not here for you to collect people to follow you. Okay, we're listening. Okay, hold on a second. That's the first person I had to block in a long time. How's it coming? Great. Alright, so I just had to block out. Yeah, thank you, 86. You blocked her also? Yeah, already did. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm here to share information. And if you're getting information, I have 3 moderators. Okay, they're doing their job. 86 got hold of her. Okay, thanks, 86. Don't get me wrong. If you want to share the information, great, fine, share the information. But don't come in here trying to take, whatever. All right, so let's go back to where we were. So I like Boeing. Let's take a look at the numbers and see if it works. Thanks, Rocco. I mean, don't get me wrong. If she has valuable information, that's great. I would prefer her to DM me with a phone call. I will talk to her. And if she wants something valuable to contribute, fine, I'll invite her live. I'll invite anybody live. If you can send me your phone number, we have a conversation, and you want to go live with me and share some of your thoughts, fine. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, what are your thoughts on SoFi and Snowflake? Sorry, no and no. I just joined late. Did you do or explain the criteria needed to buy a stock? Ooh, Liv, no, I already did, but I'll do it again. I may be long on Dell for the next 2 weeks. What do I think? Okay, cause we're going to take a look at Dell also. We probably won't get to it tonight. We'll probably get to it tomorrow night because you guys have hit me up with a bunch. This is a list from last night. This is a list from today. We're not even halfway through. Ooh, ET is Win on your list. Troy, Win is on my list. I actually own Win. Okay, WINN. Yeah, I own that one. ET, Energy Transfer. Like it. We'll take a look at that also. Okay, so let's pace ourselves. All right, so let me finish with the example. First thing I want to look at with Boeing is what can I buy it for? 176.80. The closest strike price is going to be the 177. And ooh, that's over 1%. Great. Now what's the numbers telling me? Okay, what can I buy it for? What can I sell it for? That works. Okay, so what's the chart telling me? Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is, this is the direction it's going. All right, great. So let's take a closer look because I like Boeing. Boeing is on my list. All right, a year ago we were at 221.22. We topped out at 267. Okay, now that was back in December. Okay, so in December we're at 226. What happened at the beginning of the year? Well, that's when we had that whistleblower and everything wrong. What's the time frame on this chart? All right, Mr. Babs, this is a 1-year chart. Okay, 1 year. We look at 1 year, 90, 30, seasonality. Those are the 4 charts I look at. Just hang out because you're new here. I'm good with names. I really am. You're new. Sit, chill, and we'll get to it. All right, so a year ago, 260, not a year ago, sorry, at the end of the year, last year, 267. What is 1%? We look for 1% per week. James is the most credible investment guy you're going to find. Hey, Austin, why? Thank you for that. Let's keep going. So this is the high of the year. And remember, at the beginning of the year, they had a bunch of crap that came out, and then the stock dropped. Well, it got to a certain point where you get all these investors saying, wait a second, Boeing has huge military contracts. Huge military contracts means this company is not going to go bankrupt. Ain't going to happen. Not with Boeing, not with Uncle Sam writing them a check every freaking month with our taxpayer dollars. Okay, great. So it got down to this point right here, and the investors say 160. She goes from 260 to 160. Yeah, then they jump in and look at it. Now she's going back up. What platform do you personally use to trade your stocks? Well, I use Thinkorswim, is what you're looking at, and I also use Robinhood. I have 6 different accounts. I share 2 of them publicly. I'm a nice guy, but I'm really not that nice. This information I share for free. 1% per week is 50% per year. If 50% per year is not good enough for you, then you're in the wrong place. All right. Eyes 215. Isn't Boeing being investigated for their planes falling apart? Yes, they are, Rocco. Fascinating football videos. Great vibe, sir. You earned my follow. Oh, thank you very much, JC. So think of it this way. Did we know we haven't done Kroger yet? Okay, Kroger is on the list. You guys keep hitting me with these questions. I have huge amount of, what do you call that? ADD. I see something flashing, something moving. I got to take a look at it. Guys writing questions? I got to take a look. Stop asking questions and we'll get right through them. Okay, I got a big list. Kroger is, where is Kroger? Holy cow. Oh, 5 more. Kroger's right down here. 5 more to go, and then we'll hit Kroger. All right? JC Montana, just don't yell out bad stocks at James. Let's go. That's funny. Hey, Rocco, why don't you give me one? I can go for good yelling. I need someone to yell at. No, seriously. It's not that I yell, it's just I feel bad for you guys. Why would you buy a piece of crap? Well, people yell at you. You've heard of Susie Orman, okay? Have you listened to her? I've listened to her many a times, okay? She has come out and publicly said when she worked on Wall Street, she would purposely sell people crap. And she brags about selling people crap. So when I look at the list and I say, what were you thinking? Okay. Oh, Realty's a no. I'm new here. Parker, cool. JC Montana, Scott. You're so popular now because this makes sense and you've explained everything. Yeah, well, that's a good one. Udoro. Parker. Odoro? Godwin? Odoro? Parker, what are you talking about? I'm new here? Yeah, I see that. Uh-oh. Rocco said something. I like picking on Rocco. He likes to be picked. My stocks aren't on your list. Rocco, I can't help you out, dude. Seriously. Oh, Realty. I don't like O Realty because it's a monthly optionable stock. What does that mean? Okay, great. O does pay monthly, but O is... I feel bad for people who buy O because they just don't know. Okay? Now, O does pay monthly. Okay, fine, dandy. But take a look at this right here. Okay? Now, we're actually taking a look at numbers for O. Okay, loading the chart. There it is. Great. Wonderful. Okay? Now, this is the part I don't like about O. Even though they give you a monthly check, great. Okay? This here is Yahoo Finance. You can find out a lot of information. Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, CBOE Finance, NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange. They all have the same exact information. Okay, what is the high of the day, what's the low of the day, the previous close, open bid, all that crap, how much volume was shared, the average volume, and then this number over here. Okay, this is for you, Corey. Now don't take this personally because you probably didn't know. O is only paying 5.9%. 5.9. You can get T-bills from the federal government that pay 5%. Why are you putting it into a company that's only paying 5.9? Now I'm showing you a way how to get 1% per week. 1% per week is 52% per year. 52% per year. Now the reason why I don't like O, number one, they only pay 5.9% is a yield. So you're putting your money into a company, they're holding on to it and they're paying you 5.9%. Okay, that's a 0.5% a month. 0.5% a month. Okay. Where was I going? Oh, at 1% per week, that's 50% per year. Now you just didn't know, but somebody told you, oh, is a good place to put your money. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe you didn't know. Carl, good evening, James. Getting better and building my account. My mentor yells at me all the time. Well, alrighty, Carl. I'll yell at you too. Carl, what the hell? Carl, seriously, I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. Now, you were here almost every night for about a week or two, and then you just disappeared. Jolly, who is she? Uh-oh, Jolly, I have no idea who we're talking about, but okay. Costco, I missed some questions. Uh-oh, there it is right there. Where are we? Right here, here we go. Costco stock is going insane right now. Yeah, I don't do Costco stock. It doesn't meet the criteria. Now, think about this for a minute. Okay, Mr. Bangkok. Okay, think about this for a second. There's 9,527 stocks in the stock market. You can pick any single one any single day. Seriously, you can. 9,527. How do you decide? Do you decide for capital growth? Do you decide for income? Do you decide for safety, security? What's your decision? Well, my decision is plain and simple. Safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. That's what I'm looking for. To find that, I find companies that have 20 years of increased dividends. That means every year, higher and higher and higher. If you're paying out 20 years of increased dividends, more than likely, you've been in business for more than 25 years. Okay? If you've been in business for more than 25 years, you've already come over some major obstacles. They say, what is it, 1 in 5 companies go bankrupt within the first 5 years? 1 in 100, the first 10? 1 in 1,000, the first 20? So 25 years of increased dividends. You get the dividend kings, 50 years. The dividend aristocrats, 25 years. The dividend champions, 25 years. The dividend contenders, 10 to 24 years of consistent increased dividends. Why would you look anywhere else unless you're looking for capital appreciation? And some of you guys are. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just that I'm at the point in my life where I want safety, predictability, and consistency. I'm not looking to drop $10,000 into a company waiting 5-10 years for it to race up to the moon. No, I'm not. Okay, my bills come due every freaking week. I don't know if any of you guys, it's like, hey, I haven't gotten a bill all month. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Okay, everything. All right, so let's stop that. Let's keep moving. Index funds. No, I don't do index funds either, Mr. Babs. Mr. Bab, no, he does dividend stocks only. Thank you, 86. I'm interested. Good. Well, Parker, my opinion is you're new here. Seriously, you're new. Come back a couple of times. Come back as often as you need. Get what's called a paper trading account. It's kind of like Monopoly for the stock market. See if what I am saying makes sense. Does it make sense? Yes or no? Okay. Okay. Rule number 1. Never buy something you do not want to own and hold or understand. Don't do it. Okay? Most of the stuff you guys labeled off. PCAR, no idea. CBSH, I know who they are, I just don't like them. CHRD, yeah, no idea. RYLD, I think I've heard of that. IEP, I think I've heard of it. TNA, no idea. WISE, yeah, no idea. TSMC, no idea. TTD, no idea. Okay, I never heard of most of these companies. You think that's bad? Take a look at these. All right. Whoops. Last week. Yeah, I have no idea. Most of those companies. Well, the week before, no idea. Week before, no idea. Okay, so if I have no idea who they are, then more than likely they don't have 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. The 1-year chart, where should the current price should be compared to the high and low of the year? Felix, that's a good question. There is no rhyme or reason to it. Okay, it just gives me an idea of which direction it's going for. So in 20 years, they're going to ask, well, where was Boeing in 2024? Well, it was right at 172 area. area. It doesn't say it went up to 270 down to 160. It doesn't say that at all. Because as you go year by year by year, remember the stock market's been around for 400 years. 400 years, ain't going anywhere. Okay? So 400 years ain't going anywhere. And you're going to look, well, what was it in 1922? Well, 1922 was around 75 bucks. It doesn't say a high at 270 and a low at 160. It just gives you one price for the year. Oh, what was this one? Well, it's right around 200 bucks. That's all they're going to say 20 years from now about 2024. What are my thoughts on BITO? Ooh, that's an ETF, right, directly related to Bitcoin. I do have that in a different account, in a different strategy, and we're not talking about that tonight. Because tonight we're only talking about dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. BITO is not one of those. That's an ETF. Right, dividend stocks with 20 years increases. Yep, thanks, 86. How much only to invest in these stocks? Okay, that's going to be different for everyone. Thanks for responding. You got it, Mr. Babs. Home Depot, Corey, I love Home Depot. Unfortunately, Home Depot doesn't really give great premiums. There are other companies that have better premiums. Now, Home Depot is a dividend king. They have increased their dividends for more than 50 consecutive years. That's 5 decades increased dividends. So if you buy Home Depot, okay, Home Depot offers, I think, really quick, HD. Okay, 364, 347, 347, $3. So that's what, 0.75, 0.8. Not quite 1% every week. But if you do Home Depot every single week and get 0.8 or 0.7, okay, what is 0.8 or 0.7 times 52? So you get 0.7 multiplied by 52, because there's 52 weeks in a year. 52 weeks in a year. That's 36% per year. If you like Home Depot and consistently buy Home Depot every week, I mean, what does it do? Okay, it goes up, it goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Here's the high right here. Here's the low way over here. This is where we are right now. Okay, so if you can get a 0.5% or a 0.75% every week, you're looking, between 25% and 30-40% per year, if you're okay with that. Now, I like to look at 1%. Okay, Home Depot doesn't usually pay 1%, so I usually don't do Home Depot. How? Okay, keep watching. You'll get there. I have a small portfolio of stocks I hold, but I would like to learn faster growth income. This helps. Oh, you're right, Angel. It does. SPY, yes or no tomorrow? I don't do SPY. Best 5 dividend stocks. Look up HDIV. That's going to be a no, but HDIV, I'll take a look at HDIV, and I'll tell you why it's a no. Number one, great monthly dividends. Yeah. Okay, let me get back to the list. DVN, Devon Energy. I like Devon Energy. Okay. DVN. SMT. I've never heard of SMT. SMT. Okay, so DVN, Devon Energy. When you mean 1%, are you talking dividend yield? All right, I'm talking 1%. Okay, hypothetically speaking, if I have $100,000 in my account, I want 1% per week. That's $1,000 a week. If I have $50,000 in my account, I want $500 a week. If I have $1 million in my account, I want $10,000 a week. 1% is 1%. Okay, SVOL, your thoughts. Oh my goodness, SVOL. SVOL. All right, JD, we're going to take a look at Cava. Can you check CAVA? CAVA. I'll take a look at it. Well, TSM. TSM. All right, you guys, hold up with the suggestions. Right now, I have more than I'm going to be able to take care of tonight. Okay, it's 11:15. Okay, thanks, 86. CAVA. Why is HDIV a no? HDIV a no. 86, do you want to tell them why it's a no? Oh, busy night. Yeah, it is busy. Great job, you've done 90 minutes. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, somebody wants to know why HDIV is a no. Somebody want to answer that question for them? In at 76, hopefully long-term stock. Yep. Yes, elaborate. Okay. HDIV. HDIV. Right there. No options. That's the reason why HDIV is a no. Good? Good enough? Now, when I say, okay, now a lot of people have a hard time with this. When I say I've been doing this for over 20 years and you still give me crap like HDIV, when I specifically ask for a company that has 20 years, what does that mean? That means if it doesn't have 20 years or more of increased dividends and have weekly options available, it means it's a no. When I say I'm looking for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week, and the requirements, say it slower, the requirements are it has to have 20 years of increased dividends, and it has to have weekly options, not monthly options, not no options. The one you just gave me, HDIV, has no options at all. So the only thing you're getting for that is stock appreciation. And what does it do? HDIV. Oops. Okay, the chart is not even pulling up on it. Is it that much of a piece of crap that the chart doesn't even pull up on it? HDIV isn't a stock. Then why the hell am I even looking at it? I hate it when people waste my time. Okay, if HDIV isn't a stock and it isn't pulling up on Thinkorswim, more than likely it's going to be a no. Okay, so let's continue with the stocks that we know of, that we heard of, and actually fit the criteria. Okay, it's really not that difficult. Now, I'm making the assumption that you guys are over the age of 18, because you can't really be on this platform unless you're over the age of 18, especially in this trading platform. So you have a stock that fits all the criteria and is at its bottom. When is your next step? All right, Trump, we're going to get there. I'm 19. Awesome. Awesome. You're at 19. You got a long way to go, brother. You really do. Okay, so here's the thing. At 19 years old, you're an adult. Okay, when I ask for a stock that you're going to invest your money into, remember, this is your money. Okay, don't you? So you are just selling covered calls on dividend stocks. Nick, that's absolutely correct. But not just dividend stocks. Certain dividend stocks. Because there's over 3,400 hold on a second. We'll actually take a look because, you know, some people don't believe me all the time. Now, I'm going to go to a website called FinViz. FinViz, I do this often. FinViz, Financial Visualizations. Stock Screener, there we go. Okay, now this, I go to this specifically to show people, oh, holy cow, I was wrong yet again. Group tab FW. All right, hold on a second. Now, this number changes every week. 9,541 companies. Okay, at the beginning of the last week, it was 9,527. Bob, how's it going over here, Bob? Welcome to the show, Mr. Bob. UPS is on my list, Alex. UPS. I love UPS. Okay. I know how to invest, not sure what you mean. Okay. Hold on a second. FinViz. 9,541 different companies. Okay? Okay. Cisco, Alex, it's on my list. Okay. 9,541 companies. Now, first thing I want to do, dividend yield. Okay, this is going to show you how many of those 9,500 actually pay a dividend. Now, I'm just going to go at any dividend. Okay, any. Whoops, nope. A positive dividend. Okay, so 5,403 companies pay dividends. Okay, what are my thoughts on HTA? HTA, never heard of them. HTA, but we'll get to it. Just sit tight. If I don't get to it tonight, we'll get to it tomorrow night. Okay, so every time you guys hit a question, okay, every time you guys get a question, I got to read it, and that means I got to stop what I'm doing. So as I'm showing you right now, 9,547 different companies in the stock market. 5,403 actually pay a dividend. Okay, now if we come over here, how many are optionable? Because they're not all optionable. Compound interest works with everything, even if you buy growth stocks and reinvest the gains. Yes, that's correct. Intel, I love Intel. INTC. INTC. Love Intel. We'll get to it. Okay, now if I do options, great. Now look at 3,342. So there's 3,342 companies that have options and pay a dividend. Well, my list is only down to less than 300 because, I use Tasty Trade. KC, Tasty Trade. That's by Tom Sosnos. Tom Sosnos is the one who created Thinkorswim. That guy is awesome. How do you know what's a good company to invest in for dividends? Well, Javier, it's a good question. I break it down very simply. Okay? Now, we just checked at FinViz. Okay? Okay, at FinViz, there's 9,547 companies in the stock market. Okay, Wade, thank you for that. HTA is going to be a no. Doesn't have any options. Okay? Yep, creators, TD. Yep, great guys. Yep, it is. So, 9,547 companies available. Out of those 9,547, there's only 3,342 that have options and have dividends. Okay, so my criteria, 20 years of increased dividends consistently. Okay, look at the annual growth. Annual growth doesn't mean anything to me. Annual growth, annual growth, annual growth. Where is it? Annual growth. I'm not seeing it here. Analysis, fundamentals. Earnings per share growth, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the only reason why I'm looking at FinViz, okay, is to show you how many stocks. PAPA down, waiting to hold it. I have no idea what PAPA is. PAPA. All right. What do I do for work? I'm retired, Will, so I don't work anymore. All right, so it's ATT. So next one on our list is CAT. Oh, wait a minute. We're looking at Devon Energy, DVN. Okay, so let's not skip over DVN. Okay, first thing, Devon Energy. I mean, selling weekly covered calls on dividend stocks is like MVP way to build. Well, Nick, okay, if you pick the right stocks, I collect over 1% per week. 1% per week is over 50% per year. If you want to take a quick gander, here we go. Here's my trade so far for the year. I list every single trade that I have done so far from the beginning of January. Okay? Week number 1. Okay, Ford, CVS, General Motors, and Macy's, 2.12%. Week 2, Ford, Lowe's, Clorox, General Motors, Macy's, 1.3%. Week 3, Macy's, Ford, Capital One Finance, General Motors, Clorox, 0.85. I didn't make 1% that week, but week 4, Clorox, Capital One Finance, Ford, General Motors, and Macy's, 0.9. Didn't make 1% that week either. Did we finish BA? Yes, we did. Or did we? Hold on. Okay, so anyway, if you you can take a look on your own time. Okay, they're all there. Every single trade I've made. Okay, so at this moment in time, we are into week number what? Week number 24? No, week number 25. Is that right? Hold on. Yeah, week 25. Okay, see the calendar? Okay, right here. This is week number 25. This is week number 26. And this starts the third quarter. The first week of the third quarter. Okay, which is week 25. Then week 26. And then we're back to the first week of the quarter. Can anyone get on your website and see your previous trades? Yep. I can't, looking in the new website. Yeah, well, the new website is being made at the moment. What's your to-go vertical spreads, condors, butterflies? Okay, KC 7600. Yeah, no. Covered calls only. All right, so as I was saying, we're into week 25, but look at the returns I have for a year. So far, remember I said I had 6 accounts? I mean, 6 accounts, but I only share 2. This is this account and this account. There's the only 2 I share publicly. Okay? This account here, account 1, started out with 117,000 at the beginning of the year. Okay? I'm up 28.5%, and I haven't included last week's or the week before's yet. Okay? And this account number 2, well, this one's 117 all cash. Okay. This one, 100,000 cash, 100,000 margin, which means margin is borrowed money. It means I'm borrowing someone's money to trade with. Okay, so it's a 50-50. Half of it's mine, half it belongs to the broker. But look at the return. 69.5 so far for this year. Every single trade is right there. You can look at every single trade and find out exactly what I'm doing. I'm not keeping anything from you guys. Now the reason why I'm doing this is eventually I'm going to start my own hedge fund and I'm going to start my own investment company. In order to do that, I have to have a track record that's verifiable. Great. So while I'm doing this, I'm looking for a few select people that want to join me, that want to be board members in this company. Now I know the insurance companies are only going to allow me to guarantee 15, maybe 18% per year. But if you can put your money into a fund that guarantees you 18% per year, you don't have to do anything, I can guarantee there's going to be a shitload of people wanting to do that. But I'm doing the legwork now. Okay, so I've committed to do this for a whole year. I started in January, so I'm going to do it up until December. Whole year, almost 3 hours a night. Because I'm looking for a few select people that want to join me. I'll find them. I'm only looking for 13, no 12. I'm in, Will, yeah. You're saying that now, Will. Good evening, Mr. Kardashian, and how are you today? It's been a while. NKLA, never heard of them. NKLA, okay? NKLA. All right. So let's continue. DVN, let's stay on track. If we can cut out with the questions. Okay, NKLA has no dividends, so that's going to be a no. Thank you, 86. You guys make my life so much easier. You guys, moderators. Pretty good. Happy Father's Day. I probably wouldn't have enough money. I could only invest $500,000 comfortably. Rocco, I'm not asking you to invest a whole lot of money. I'm looking for people that are committed. Now, there's a few people that have been here with me since January and come back every night. And there's a morning trading group. So people in the morning trading group get precedence. Okay, so if you're committed and you want to trade consistently. ARR, never heard of them, but we'll take a look. Okay, so as I was saying, it's a 50-cent stock. What? Come on, really? Thanks, 86. NKLA is a meme stock. Nick, that's going to be a no. All right, so let's try to stay on track to where we are. Okay, ARR has no weekly options. Thanks, 86. That's a no. Okay, weekly options, 20 years of increased dividends. It's not much to ask, folks. It used to be a $60 GG. I have no idea what a GG is, but okay. Now, Devon Energy, DVN, 45.60 to 45.50 is going for 58 cents. That is over 1%. You guys wanted to see a 1% stock? Well, here's right here. DVR, AbbVie. Ooh, how long have you been doing this? Over 20 years. Good Game. Never heard of Good Game. AbbVie's a great company. ABBV. We'll take a look at that one, John. It's going to take a while. We probably won't get to it tonight. Okay, I get no problem. I'm here every night from 9 until 11:30. So just sit tight. We'll get to it. All right, so Devon Energy. 45.60. I can buy it tomorrow morning. I can sell someone the right to buy it for 45.50. I'm going to make over 1%. Great. Now, what's the chart telling me? First thing it's telling me, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was a year ago, here's where it is, and this is the direction it's going to the downtrend. Good. I'm saying a Nikola used to be $60. Good game to those who held. Yeah, but that's not okay. Now, good. We had a conversation this afternoon, and we both agreed. What I'm looking for is a little bit different than what you're looking for. I'm looking for safe, predictable, consistent. I'm not looking for capital appreciation. Sounds like a NIO bag to me. NIO bag holders. Okay, yeah, I don't do that. All right, so let's see what the chart is telling me. The high, low, where was it, where is it, what direction it's going? Easy. Last 90 days. Okay, again, high, low, where was it, where is it? This is going to be yet another company. Okay, another company. Can you stream to platform TikTok and YouTube? You would stream. Okay, I'm streaming on 4 platforms at the moment. NIO's an electric car company. It's a no. NIO was no the first time they asked it, and NIO's no now. They don't have 20 years of increased dividends. It's simple. Now, the thing that really boggles my mind, most of you are over the age of 18. You're investing your money, and you're not checking the statistics of the company. James, half an hour to go. Let's stick to the topic at hand. Look at the example. Okay, all right. Devon Energy. Let's cut out with the commentary and let's get to the stocks. Okay, you guys want to know. Now, this is going to be another one of those companies that we're looking at. Devon Energy is a great company, but look where we are. We're at the low of the 90-day period. We're also at the low of the 30-day period. Where are we? 30 days, 30 days, 30 days, 30 days, right here. Look. High, low, where was it, where is it, what direction it's going, right there. So this is going to be just like the other companies that we're looking at. I'm actually writing it down, so hold on. DVN. Okay, so you have thousands of people right now keeping their eye on Devon Energy. 3 days down. Well, what are we waiting for? We're waiting to find that bottom. We find that bottom, she turns around, because it always does it. Look, bottom, turns around, goes up. Bottom, turns around, goes up. That's what we're looking for, and we're only looking to grab 1%. Okay, 1% is really not a whole heck of a lot of money. So, we do that 1%, great. Thank you very much, I'll see you 90 days. Why? Well, because Devon Energy pays a dividend every 90 days. Just before the dividend, the stock goes up. So why not buy just before the dividend? You grab your list of stocks. Make sure you pick a good list, and then do your research. Is it a good company? Am I okay with buying it? Am I okay with holding it? Do they increase their dividends? These are questions you should be asking before you put any money in whatsoever. Please be advised, this is not financial advice. Yeah, this is not financial advice. This is what I tell people. This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. Okay, the stock was here 30 days ago. This is where it is now. Okay, it's up to you to decide whether or not that's a good company for you to jump into. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stockbroker. I'm a nobody. Okay, I've been working since I was 13 years old, 1973, my first job. Okay, picking tomatoes, corn. I worked on a farm. Okay, I loaded lumber. Okay, we did cords of wood. We cut down trees, chopped them up, and that. TikTok chimed in. Yeah, they like to keep an eye on me. Is that actually TikTok? Yep, it was. Okay, so anyway, Devon Energy. I like Devon Energy. I personally am going to keep my eye on Devon Energy. Yep. Yep, Daddy's Money. That's a good name, Daddy's Money. All right, so anyway, yeah, Devon Energy. As soon as she finds the bottom, turns around, that's when I am jumping in. You guys do your own thing. You guys are responsible for your own decisions. Okay, I don't pretend to know anything. You know, what the great Socrates once said, I know that I know nothing. All right. Do you fund your accounts with a W-2 or is this your job? Okay, that was a great question. Now, I'm retired. Okay, all the money I have saved up from all my working years since 1973, yeah, that's in a little fund. However much money you think I got, no, I don't. I have a small fund. I get 1% a week. That 1% a week is enough for me to be comfortable. YouTube don't work. We camera. I have 2 YouTube channels. You sure about that? Hold on. YouTube. Where is my YouTube? My YouTube right there. Hold 1 second. Yeah, it says the 2 of them are live right now. Okay? Live and live. Okay? The YouTube is live at the moment. But it's not all the way down. I have no idea what it means by it's not all the way down. Okay? I'm terribly sorry. You know, I'm not super duper great with this internet stuff. You know, someone told me how to use the camera, push this button and record. Yeah, that's about all I know. Okay, so DVN, long story short, I like DVN. I personally, am going to keep an eye on it all week this week. As soon as it hits the number and starts to turn around, goes back up, I will address and figure out, what am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? Is it going to be 1%? Does it work for me or does it not? Okay, that's DVN. Next on the list is Caterpillar. We all know who Caterpillar is. Those big yellow construction machines you see on the side of the road. Caterpillar. Do you mirror investments in the margin account or trade it independently? More than likely, I have, like I said, I have 6 accounts. Okay, the margin account does sometimes mirror the regular account because they're all basically the exact same stocks. Usually, let's take a quick look and see what he's talking about. Okay, go back to week number 1. Week number 1. All right. Ford, CVS, General Motors, Macy's. Comcast, Ford, CVS, General Motors, Southwest Airlines. Week 2. Ford, Lowe's, Clorox, General Motors, Macy's. Ford, General Motors, Comcast, Lowe's. Yeah, so it's pretty much mirroring. Cat Short. If your YouTube of screen chart is working, just saw you putting cat there. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's go back to Caterpillar. Okay, so Caterpillar, $321.95. Now, usually I don't get into stocks over $250. I don't. Okay, $321.95. The 320s go for $470. 322s, $340. Both of those are over 1%. It takes a little bit more math to figure out which one's the best one. But I won't do Caterpillar because it's out of my price range. I'm only picking up 1 stock this week. I think I'm picking up just 1. Okay. Look at the chart. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? She's in a downtrend now. Okay? She's in a downtrend. So again, I'd look to find the bottom before I think about jumping in. But like I said, Caterpillar's out of my price range, so I don't do that one. Next on the list, check it out. Disney, then 2 more, and we have Kroger. Because I know people have been waiting for Kroger all night. Like I say, it goes by when they're added to the list. All right. So we're going to look at Disney. DIS. $99.97. Okay, $99.97. The closer one's going to be the 100. 113. That's over 1%. What's the chart telling me? High, low. Where was it? Where is it? It's in a downtrend. It's a no, and it's a no because look at this. You're going to like this. This is great. Here we are now. 4 days to the downside. It's in a downward trend. You really can't miss that. Okay? A month ago, downward trend. Look at this gap. This gap is going to fill eventually, which means as soon as we find the bottom here at Disney, it's going to turn around and go back up. So when Marv to the moon, yep, no to Marv, sorry. So when you do buy and when you do sell, can you repeat again? Yep, repeat it over and over again. Why don't you invest in dividends that give 10% yield a month? All right, Javier, I've never seen a dividend stock that gives a 10% yield a month. If you know of one that gives a 10% yield a month, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people here would be glad to hear it. I've been doing this for 20 years. I've never seen a dividend stock pay 10% yield per month. That's 120% per year. It just doesn't work that way. How long before Disney goes up? Don't know. Sorry, 10% a year. Okay, Javier, why would I do 10% a year when I can get 50% a year? Okay, so you're new here, because I'm good with names. Okay, you will see as you come along, come back over and over again. I'll say, oh, hey, I haven't seen or heard from you in a while. Like Amy Johanna. Johanna? Yeah, you're new here. Okay, JC Montana. He's new here also. Okay? I've never watched live TikTok for so long. Is that my imagination, or does that say MILF Butts? Really? That's an awesome name, but extremely offensive to some people. But okay, if it is 10% per month, it wouldn't be consistent with 25 years. Yeah, you're exactly right. AGNC pays 12 cents per month. Stock trades around 10. Okay, AGNC is on the list, and we're going to take a look at it. Okay, Jade Good, SLYV. SLYV. Okay, Jay Good, never heard of it. Definitely says it. Yes, I get it. Well, this guy's okay. Anyway, why not do 100% a year? Okay, I do have trading strategies that do pay over 100% a year, but I don't share that here. Here, I'm sharing with you a trading strategy that's simple, effective, predictable, and consistent. 1% per week is over 50% per year. If you like that, great. What else do I have up my sleeve that I'm not sharing for free? That should be your question. What is options and margin call? Ooh, you're new. I mean, you're really new. If you don't know what an option is and you don't know what a margin call is, you're really new. Okay, KQ5. Can you go over Dell looking for the swing for the next 2 weeks? Dell is on the list, but where is Dell? Yeah, unfortunately, we ain't going to get to Dell till tomorrow, because here's where we are right now. Okay, now some people have been waiting to see Kroger all night. Okay, Kroger is coming up in about 3 or 4 companies. Okay, now you're asking me questions, so I'm not going to be able to get to it in a while. Okay, so DHFD, I don't know what the hell name is that. Why not 100% a year? Well, I do have trading strategies that pay 100% a year, but I'm not going to share them here for free. I'm sharing here for free, 50% per year. If that's not enough for you, then you're in the wrong place. Okay, if you really want to know, join the morning trading group, and we'll get to it. You have to be invited to it, which means you have to be in the morning group long enough to show me that you're serious and you want to learn. Because I just don't give out that information free. It took me 20 years to learn all this information that I know. So yeah. All right. Can you go over Dell? I'm going to go over Dell in a little bit. MCK. Well, I like MCK. Goji. Hi. How you doing? SCNI. Everyone is talking about this stuff. Yeah, I don't think so. SCNI. Now, I can basically guarantee you that it's not on my list. If it has 20 years or increased more dividends, yeah. And then weekly options, then it might make it my list. I've been doing this for 20 years. I've never heard of them. Okay? Now, I'm on every single night. I'm on twice a day. If a company has 20 years or more of increased dividends and weekly options, and it's a good stock, yeah, I know who it is. SCNI, never heard of them. Alright. Hey, world you want to live in, girl. PLTR is a no and no dividends. Great. Saves me the trouble from doing it. Oops. Where are we? Is 100% use an equity or option strategy? It's an option strategy. What is the morning group and what time or time zone? All right, Edward. The morning group. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We jump on at 9 a.m. I do a podcast, 9 a.m. Now, I've been doing a podcast for, where is it? Back up here. Am I getting there? Hold on. Here's the podcast right here. Come on. Dividend Stock Talk. That sound familiar? Dividend Stock. Hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. Take you along for the ride for that safe, predictable 1% per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks. 900 episodes. Okay, there's 900 episodes there. Every trading day, I do a live trading because I tell you exactly what I'm buying. I tell you exactly what the chart says. Okay, now, this is all audio. They just released the opportunity for me to do video. I just got to figure it out. Okay, so the morning trading group, 9 a.m. right into the trading, because trading starts at 9:30 a.m. Okay, so I am on live before the market opens, when the market's open, and then I'm open up to all questions. So I stay on as long as you guys have questions to ask. Once you guys stop asking questions, I stop answering, and then we go to the next day. Now, Fridays we're on at 3 o'clock. Why? Because I like to buy on a Monday, and I like to be out on a Friday. Because I'm looking for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. How do I do that? Good quality dividend stocks. Buy it, sell it, the right to buy it, the exact same price, get in, get out, make my 1%, be done and over with. Okay, I can't get into any more stocks if you guys keep asking me questions. Yeah. Who said SCNI is a hard pass? Edward Glock 40. Yeah, SCNI is a hard pass. Yep, thank you. Do you have an account that you use to buy and hold strategy? Okay, Corey. All right, now, I've been doing this for 20 years. Now, when I tell people the longest I've ever held a stock was 9 months. And I didn't do it because I wanted to. I bought it, it went down, I had to wait for it to come back up for me to sell it at the top, so that I made money on it. Because I have 5 simple rules. Never buy something you don't want to hold or you don't understand. Never sell at a loss. Make sure there's 20 years of increased dividends, weekly options, and then make sure the numbers work. What do I mean by the numbers? Well, what am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? And is it the right time to buy? Well, at this moment in time, Disney is not the right time to buy. Even though the numbers work. If you like Disney, great, go ahead and buy it. That's up to you. I tell people, make sure it's a company you want to own and you want. Dennis, how are you doing? Andark. And I can't pronounce that name. But rule number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold long term, because you just might have to. The longest I've ever held anything is 9 months. And I've been investing for over 20 years. I'll get in, get out, thank you very much, and I go on to the next stock. Everything I do is based on the calendar. What do I mean by that? Well, we already looked earlier today. Okay, there's 9,547 companies that I can choose from any day. So why are all these green dots on this calendar? Well, those are the stocks that make my list. My list is very simple. 20 years of increased dividends, weekly options. Okay, that's it. Those two criteria. What does it tell you? Well, number 1, it tells you if they're paying a dividend is nothing more than your share of the profits. When you buy a company, when you invest in a company, make sure it's a good company. If they're increasing their dividends every single year, not once in a while, every year higher and higher dividends. Okay, so what does that mean? That means the company has to be at least 20 years old or more. Great, they've already overcome the 2 major obstacles. Most companies go bankrupt in the first 3 to 5 years. Okay, 1 out of 100 make it to 10 years. 1 out of 1,000 make it over to 20 years. So if you're a good company and you increase your dividends for more than 20 consecutive years, you got to be doing something right. Who sings that song? I must be doing something right. You know, whatever. But if they're consistently increasing, great. That's what. And then weekly options, because I want weekly cash flow. So the first thing I do, look at my calendar. Okay, this week is, here we are, right here, right? Yeah, right here, this week right here. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at 2 weeks ahead. Well, I'm looking at Cardinal Health, Comcast, American Express, Cisco, General Dynamics, JP Morgan, and a bunch of others. Because they got their dividend coming up in 2 weeks. I want those dividends. So I'll catch a premium here, I'll catch a premium here, I'll catch a premium here, and I'll catch a dividend. Oops. There goes that part of the dinner. Damn it, I was looking forward to eating that. Alright, so it's Eastern. Edward, to answer your question, it's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stock market opens at 9:30. So we want to go through the stocks before the market opens to see what is best for us for Monday morning. Okay? More questions. More questions. More questions. What site can I find the list of dividend stocks you are speaking of? Well, user. Who's that? I do. User something wanted to know the list of dividend stocks. All right, somebody in, yeah. Merlin, Coney? Yeah, buddy, you want to hang out so I can yell at you about Coney? Seriously. Michael, you're over there too. Michael's everywhere. Okay, Michael, Merlin, thanks for the rose. That was very nice. Danny, thank you for sharing. Merlin, following, thank you. Randall, Altria. Altria is on the list. We probably won't get to it tonight. We'll get to it tomorrow night. Okay, because you guys give me a list of stocks to take a look at, and I'm over here. I got people that have been waiting since earlier today to take a look at Kroger, and I promise you we will take a look at Kroger before the night's over. Even though we're at 20 past 11, we got a couple more questions, and I'm going to stop with these questions. Hello, I want to get into trading. How to get started? Well, first of all, come back every night until you learn what you think you need to know. Yes, buy 100 shares in order to sell one contract. Yep. So, do you buy 100 shares of stock, or do you buy an option for the stock? Yeah, no, I don't buy options at all. QCOM, I like QCOM. It's on my list. Is there a fan blowing your hair? Yes, there is. Okay, because I have 5 cameras going, and the cameras overheat, so if I have a fan blowing on them, they turn off. Go figure. All right, so enough for the questions. Let's get back to what we're looking at. What are we looking at? So Disney's a no until it finds a new bottom. Okay, 4 days down in a row. What do I think about Robert Crook? I have no idea who he is. Buy 100 so. Okay, if you buy 100 shares, that's a lot of money. Not necessarily so, because it depends on what you're buying 100 shares of. Okay, so if I'm buying 100 shares of WBA, what is that, 1,800 bucks? Why no options? Ian, I only trade options. Okay, I buy stocks and I sell options. I do not buy options. Okay, Ian, I do not buy options. I sell options. Okay, so when you buy an option, you're under the impression the stock is going to go up. Me, I don't care if the stock goes up. I want to buy the stock at 99.97. I want to sell the option. See, 99.97. The closest option to that is going to be the 100. If I can sell the 100 for $1.13 per share, that's over 1%. That's what I'm looking for. 1% every single week, week after week. That's over 50% per year. That's why we're here. We want to learn safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week, 50% per year. Okay? Next on the list, Colgate-Palmolive. Now, you guys have to have heard Colgate-Palmolive. CL, they're over 100 years old. They are a dividend king, and they are a big fat no. Okay? High of the year, this is where they are now. Way too much profit waiting to be taken. Sorry. Alcoa, Felix, we'll take a look at Alcoa. Probably tomorrow night because we're almost done for tonight. CI, I have no idea. Wow. So I can buy stock and sell an option on Webull. Yep. Or do you recommend other platforms? Now, Ian, I have no idea because I've never looked at Webull. I use Robinhood and I use Thinkorswim. How do you sell options? Albert, that's relatively easy. Hold on a second. We're going to get to that. Can you please do VTI? VTI. Can somebody quickly take a look at VTI, see if that's worth looking at? Webull is fine. Okay. I have no idea what Webull. Jeff Daniels. Okay. When do you buy back shares? Very rarely. You have a 50 grand. It's what I use to trade options. Okay, Edward, cool. Let the man go to Kroger. Yeah, I'm waiting to get to Kroger myself. Okay, somebody wants to look at CI. I've never heard of CI. Ooh, Cigna. Ooh, Cigna. Okay, believe it or not, Kroger is next. What do you look on the chart? Okay, we're going to get to that in 1 second. Okay, hold on a second. First thing, we're looking at Cigna. Number one, Cigna is at $340, and it's going to be very challenging to do this. And here's why. The last trade was $333. Okay, $333.29. The bid $330.29. The ask $340. Yeah, that's way out of whack, which means it's going to make it hard to look at the numbers. So if I look at the 335s, it's only $2.50. It's not 1%. It's not going to do it. Okay, VTI is a monthly. Thanks, Mark. VTI is going to be a no. I only do weeklies. Simone! All right, Simone, are you ready for this? Look, Kroger is next, right there. Second to last on the list. Kroger is next. You guys have been waiting all night to look at Kroger. Great. Now, Kroger, just to let you know, is not on my list. Where does Kroger come from? Kroger comes from Warren Buffett's list. Okay? Now, I think we all know who Warren Buffett is. Fine. If it's good enough for Warren, it's good enough for me. You guys have to make your own decision on that yourself. What does weekly mean compared to monthly? All right, Infinite Sky. Monthly, there's 12 months in a year. If I do a monthly option, I can get 12 to 15% return on my investment per year. Weekly, there's 52 weeks in a year. If I can get 1 to 2% weekly, that's 50% or more per year. So, I don't like monthlies because they don't pay enough. I like weeklies because I like 1% per week. What days of the week do you buy shares and sell the option? Mondays. Some companies have weekly options. That is correct. I get it. Thank you. You're welcome. That's what we're here for. We're here to learn. Now, what you didn't ask, what you should have asked, is how many companies have weekly options and have increased their dividends for 20 consecutive years? Well, that's close to 300 of them. And they're relatively nice one. He does covered calls on stocks that have weekly options. Yep. How do you buy? Mr. Babs? That's an interesting question. How do you buy? Basically, you have to open up an account at a brokerage house. Well, TD Ameritrade is no longer in business. Fidelity, Robinhood, Webull, Just to Trade, Fidelity, E-Trade. There's so many different trading platforms. You can actually go to Google and say how many different stock trading platforms are there. But we're not buying options. Albert, that's right, we're not buying options. We're selling options. There's a big difference. Do you buy shares and then sell the options on Monday, back to back? Yeah, I do them at the exact same time. I'm going to show you that in about 2 seconds. How much cash flow can I get on 10,000 invested in relatively small risk? Okay, 50% per year on a $10,000 stock on $10,000 is $5,000. Okay, I like round numbers that are easy. Okay, 10 grand, 50% of 10 grand is 5 grand. 1% of 10 grand, it's only $100 a month. But $100 a month, 52 weeks. No, sorry. 10 grand is $100 a week. $100 a week, 52 weeks is over $5,000. Schwab, yep, you can look at Schwab also. Okay, now Charles Schwab is the one who actually owns Thinkorswim. Okay, Thinkorswim was its own individual place. Okay, once you open up an account and you put money into it, okay, I don't suggest you do that until you practice first. Practice first. This is Thinkorswim. You can download this onto your laptop or to your computer. Okay, I prefer the downloadable version. I don't like the online version. Is Stockpile a good brokerage to option use? Honestly, I've never heard of Stockpile. 100 shares minimum sells one call. Yep. What is a covered call? Oh my goodness, you really knew. Google it. That's the best thing. Webull is a great. Okay. What stocks are paying 50% dividends on my 10K? All right. See, you're new here because that's not what I said. Stockpile doesn't have options. Last I knew. Okay. So much for Stockpile. Okay. See, what I said is I look for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. CRKN. Anybody want to do some research on CRKN? See if it's a worthy stock for us to take a look at. So let's take a look at Kroger. Okay. C, none of them. This goal is 1% per week, selling covered calls. Thanks, 86. Your residents, how much time do you need to spend per week to make 50% per year? All right, your residents, you've been here for a while. Okay. Now, as you recall, the introduction to all my videos is always the same. Hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, looking for that safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. 10 minutes a day. That's all it usually takes. How do you find a 1% dividend weekly return stock? Mr. Babs, you're relatively new here. Okay, CRKN is a no. Thank you very much for that, Mark. Okay. Mr. Babs, how do I find 1% dividend weekly return stocks? Great question. Go to Google. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. That's over 300 companies right there, all consistently increase their dividends. You cross-reference those with the CBOE, Chicago Board of Options. Okay, Chicago Board of Options will tell you who has weekly options. Okay, 21 June, that's this Friday. 28 June, that's next Friday. 5 July, that's the Friday after. 12th of July, the Friday after, so on and so forth, all Fridays. Okay, every week. What can I buy for Monday? Well, it's a lot to buy on Monday. There's over 9,527 companies you can buy on Monday. I know, but assume you sell options on several stocks per week. Yes, that's true. When do you think is a good time to go full time? When you understand it, Harry. Okay, Harry, seriously, it's not that difficult. Download your Thinkorswim onto your computer. Come back every night. They're all, the recordings are all free. You can go to YouTube and you can look at this recording. This is being recorded live right now. So you can go back to YouTube and watch this all over again. Over and over and over again until you get it. It's really not that difficult. It was created for a 9-year-old. Okay, she was 9 years old when I created this trading strategy. It had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way she could lose. Fine, simple. Never buy something you don't want to hold on to long term. Never sell at a loss. Make sure there's 20 years of increased dividends, weekly options, and make sure the numbers work. What do I mean by the numbers? What am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? Am I making 1% on the week? Lennar, Albert Lennar is on my list. L-E-N. L-E-N. And someone else asked a question a second ago. Okay, so Harry, now you can download this and do what's called a virtual account, a paper trading account. It's kind of like Monopoly for the stock market, okay? But really think it is your money. When you're investing your money, okay, make sure it is a company you understand. Do you understand who Kroger is? Do you know what they do? Do you know how often they've increased their dividends? Do you know how profitable they are? Okay, they do have weekly options, and they have increased their dividends consecutively. Now, Kroger is not on my personal list. Kroger is on Warren Buffett's list. Now, Warren Buffett, we all know who he is, and if it's good enough for Warren, it's good enough for me. Apple is not on my personal list, but Apple is on Warren Buffett's list. That's why I look at it. Now, let's continue what we're looking at. We're looking at Kroger. Okay, so the numbers work for Kroger. Look, 59.50, 50.59. Great. The 50 is going for $1.70. That works. The 51 is going for $1.23. I would probably go for the 51 because it's paying a higher price. Because if the 50.59, I guess subtract 59 from that, I'll be making more here on the 21, on the 51. Okay, great. But what's the chart telling me? Remember, rule number 5, make sure the numbers work. Well, this part of the numbers work. It's over 1%. Great, that's what I'm looking for. Do I like Kroger? Yes, I like Kroger. Do I know what Kroger does? Yes, I know what Kroger does. Do I mind holding on to Kroger for a long period of time? Don't mind at all. Okay, but is it the right time to buy it? That's another important question. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Where is it going? It's going to the upward section. Now, all this is noise in the middle, okay? Because in 10, 20 years, you're going to say, where was it in 2024? Well, it was around $50. That's what they're going to say in 10, 20 years. Where was it in 2024? It was around $50. Okay, great. Let's take a closer look. Okay, a year ago, 46.33. The bottom of the year, which was in the middle of November, 42.16. The high of the year, which was in the beginning of April, 58.34. Now it's down to $50. Okay, what's the last 90 days? Last 90 days, here we go. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Okay, what direction is it going? Oh, now it's going in a downward trend for the last 90 days. Okay, great. What was it now for the last 30 days? Okay, again, high, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Again, another company we're keeping our eye on. The 30-day bottom was Thursday. Friday was an up day. Well, I like up days. I like 2 up days in a row before I jump in. So, Monday, it's either going to be higher than 50.38 or it's going to be lower than 50.38. Now, I like 2 days to the upside before I jump in. So, if Monday is higher than 50.38, great, I'll jump in on Tuesday. That's the way I like it, because you cannot get any lower than the 30-day bottom. And I'm not wanting to pull the bottom, because I could be right, I could be wrong. Okay? But 2 days in a row, I'll jump in. That's my chances. I'll take my chances 2 days in a row. That's Kroger. Now, here's a question for you. Was it worth the wait? Because some of you guys have been on since around 9 o'clock saying, let's look at Kroger. Buy on Mondays, sell on Fridays. What's the YouTube channel? Mr. Babs. Okay, Mr. Babs, if you come up here to the top left corner on your phone screen, see it says right there, it says a picture of my face, and it says Dividend Stock Talk. Yeah, if you click on that, that will take you to two things. One, you can DM me, send me an email, send me a message. That's DM me. Okay. Two, the 10-minute trader. Okay, that will bring you to my website, the 10-minute trader. Now, top of the 10-minute trader basically tells you what I just told you. Investing in dividend stocks for up to 50% return, simple, safe, consistent, and predictable. If you're looking to strike it rich overnight, this ain't it. Seriously. Okay? My main focus, yeah, I'm reading it right there. My main focus is a consistent, predictable 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. First video you can look at, basically telling you the exact same things I just told you. Next video is explaining my no-risk trading. Well, what does I mean by no risk? Well, I can't really see a world where there's no more Ford, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Colgate-Palmolive, Procter & Gamble. Most of these companies are over 100 years old. I can't see them disappearing right away. Can you download Thinkorswim even if you don't have an account there? Yes, you can. Hakuna. Okay? Linares on my list. MU reported 26th June. What's your thoughts? MU. I will write that down. We'll take a look at it tomorrow because we are past 11:30. Do you know what that means? We got 175 people here. We'll get a couple more questions before I quit for the night. Uh-oh. Okay. Whoops. NLY and WBA. WBA is already on the list because it is one of the stocks on my list, and so is NLY. But where is it on the list for tonight? Okay. NLY is not on the list for tonight, so I will write it down. NLY. But NLY, now if you've been following me long enough, Trade Ideas 24/7, if you've been following me long enough, you know that if I write it down and circle it, it's something I keep my eye on. So NLY is right there. WBA is right there. So both of those are on the list, and both of them are circled. That's amazing. Hopefully from Sweden too. Okay, now in Sweden, more than likely you're going to need a VPN. Okay, now VPNs usually you have to pay a monthly fee for those. Some of them might be free. It's a virtual private network. It will allow you to sign in anywhere in the world. So if you're in Sweden, you can sign into Japan. If you're in Sweden, you can sign into Mongolia. You can sign into Montana. You can sign in to Canada, New York, Mexico. A VPN if you're in Sweden. What do you think about scaling options and futures? Ricky! Options and futures. I like options, but I sell options. I do not buy them. Low battery over here at YouTube. Alright. I have so much to learn. Wow, so interesting. Well, Trina Lee, how are you this evening? Please, sir, check my question. I already did. Alright, you got that one? Trina, nice to see you. Nice to visit. If you want to chat, DM me with your number. I'll give you a buzz. We can chat, see what it is you're looking for, see if I can help you out. Because it just might not be right for it's not right for everyone. And your time is up. Yep, Neil, that's correct. Shamal, you just got here. I'm just leaving. Sorry, dude. How quickly do your options sell? Ooh, that's a good question, Will. Now, let me explain to you. The options, right here, any one of them, any time of day, not any time of day, while the market is open. You have the bid, you have the ask. The ask is what you buy them for. The bid is what you sell them for. So here, I buy the stock. See, the stock information is up top. Okay? So if you're not approved for options, this is what you're going to see. Okay? You're going to see the last, the bid, the ask, the volume, the open, the high, the low, the close. That's all you see. You actually have to qualify to do options. And covered calls are the simplest and easiest options because they are the safest. So, how do you sell them? Okay, if I sell it, for 123. I'm gonna do one right here for you so you can see. Because I told someone I'd actually do this. Okay, let's say hypothetically I like Kroger. So let's say we want to buy Kroger 50-50 at 50 and south of 51s. Okay, great. I like the 51. See, right here, 50-59. The closest one is going to be the 51. Paying $1.23 per share. $1.23 per share. That's over 1%. Let's find out exactly what it is. So we get this. Clear this out of the way. $1.23. That's my profit. $1.23. Okay, that's for selling the option. Now that's $1.23 per share. So if I have 1,000 shares, ooh, somebody gave me something. Your residents, thank you for that. So if I sell, 10 contracts, that's 1,000 shares. That's $1,230. Okay, so you just figure it out. It's $1.23 per share. What am I paying for it? I'm paying $50.59 per share. Okay, so I divide my profit by the outlay of cash I'm putting out there. $50.59. That comes to a grand total of, is that right? 2.43%. But here's the thing. Do I like Kroger? That's a question you really have to ask yourself. You never invest in anything until you ask yourself that question. Do I like it? Do I want to own it? Do I understand it? Are they profitable? Are they consistent with their dividends? Are they consistent with their profits? Are they consistent with everything else they need to be consistent with? Are they a good company to buy? Well, if it's good enough for Warren Buffett, it's good enough for me. But then again, I still go in and I still check the other information. Okay, I want to know how often have they increased their dividends? How is their profit and loss statements? What does their cash flow look like? All that information. Now, it doesn't make my list until it gets past all those questions I need to ask. And once you get past all those questions I need to ask, whoops, then it goes into my calendar. My calendar tells me what stocks to look at when. It's really actually that simple. All right, questions within days of the week. All right, so let's actually do a trade. Okay, that way you can understand. All right, so I like Kroger. I like Kroger at 51. We already agreed on that, 51. So I'm going to change it from single. I'm going to change it over to covered stock. Okay, which means I'm going to do a covered call. Means I'm going to buy the stock and I'm going to sell the option all in one trade. Buying stock, selling the option all at once. Okay, I like it at 51. Okay, here's the 51 right here, and I want to go here and I want to buy it at 49.36. Okay, it pops up, automatically pops up. Gotta love it. Now it's already preloaded with buying 1,000 shares, selling 10 contracts. If you can't afford 1,000 shares, fine. Let's put it down to 300 shares. Okay, so I'm going to go down to 300 shares. Okay, 300 shares. So I'm going to buy 300 shares and I'm going to sell 3 contracts. It's already preloaded. Now, what I want to do is, you see right here, where it says order, it says limit order. That means this is the price I want, and I don't want it higher and I don't want it lower. This is the price I want, $49.13. The market maker will fill it when he's damn good and ready. So what do? When I'm doing both, when I'm buying stock and selling options at the exact same time, I always do a market order. Why? Well, because the market maker has already linked the two together. I know what I'm buying it for, and I know what my profit is. See? As I do it on market order, it's instantaneously filled. Okay? A limit order, it fills when the market maker is ready to fill it. Okay? So, here's the order. Okay? Buy 3 covered calls of Kroger. 21 June 24. That means it expires. Okay, I'm buying the stock, but the option expires on Friday. So once you buy the stock, you own the stock until you sell it. All right? I am selling somebody the right, not the obligation, the right to buy it from me at 51. Okay, so this order, if I put this order in now, it will fill first thing in the morning. As soon as the market opens, this will fill automatically. Okay? Means I'm buying 300 shares, okay, 3 contracts, which is 300 shares, selling 3 contracts, 21 June 24, that's for this Friday, okay? Okay, call option and Kroger stock at the market to open to open. Now, to open means anytime you buy a stock or sell a stock, you're opening a position and eventually you have to close the positions. So if I buy a stock, I'm buying the stock to open a position. If I'm selling it, then I am selling it to close out the position. So I'm opening two positions. I'm opening a stock position, which is Kroger. I'm buying 300 shares of Kroger. That's opening that position. And I am opening the call option that I am selling. I am opening that position. Okay, so Friday, the call option will expire, but I still own the stock. So here's the thing. If the stock is above 51 on Friday, then over the weekend, I will be paid for my shares and I will be back into all cash on Monday. That is the most ideal thing I could possibly do. Buy the stock on Monday, sell the option on Monday. Okay, if the stock goes up above 51, I'm back out of that and back into all cash the following week, and then I look for another company. It is that simple, because Kroger pays a dividend every 90 days. So what do I do the other 89 days, or the other 80 days, or the other 60 days? Sit around do nothing? No, I put my money into a different company. It may be Stop and Shop, it may be ExxonMobil, it may be Colgate-Palmolive, it may be AT&T, it may be any stock, but I like to keep it moving over and over and over again, looking for that safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Okay, so that being said, here's the trade. I'm making 561. Okay, my break even is 49.13. Where's the stock right now? Well, the stock right at this moment is at $50.38. But look what my break even is, 49.13. So the stock can go down and I'm still profiting. Break even is 49.13. All right, so I'm making 561 and it's costing me 14,739. What does that mean? Well, let's bring up the calculator. Okay, 561 divided by, okay, that's my profit, 561, maximum profit. What is it costing me? Henry! Henry, how are you doing there, dude? Nice to see you. Yeah, it's a little bit different than electric boats, isn't it? Henry's in the electric boat business. Not the business, but he does electric trolling motors. But he's watching tonight. Nice to see you there, Henry. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, so this is the profit, 561. Great, what is it costing me? I'm dividing it by my purchase price, 14,740. 14,740. Okay, comes to a grand total of, look at it, 3.8% for the week. Great. The stock just has to stay above 81. Above 51. That is a covered call. You want to see how it's done? There you go. Now, we're past 11:30, past my bedtime. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin pretty soon. So let me take up a few more questions and I'm going to be done for the night. Waymo, Matthew. Okay, so I have no more questions. Are you delivering the 300 shares then in that example? No. Okay, Happy Pearson. Okay, in the example that I am giving right here, in this example, I bought the 300 shares. Those 300 shares are mine until whoever I sold this option to. They have the option to buy it from me anytime they want to, from the moment they pay me for that option. Okay, remember, I'm selling, they're buying. They're buying the option. That's just the right to buy it from me at 51. They still got to come back and pay 51 bucks per share. Okay, so I own the stock until someone else buys it. Okay, so if it doesn't hit 51 by the end of the week, guess what? I still own those stocks at 51. I take it into next week, I do the exact same thing. And I keep doing it over and over again. I collect the premium, dividend, premium, and just so on and so forth. So it allows you to capitalize and get a consistently higher and higher rate of return. So every week, if I'm looking for 1% per week, okay, that's over 50% per year. And hopefully, 50% per year is good enough. Well, it's good enough for me. Okay, there are other strategies you can add to this. to get a higher rate of return. But remember, the more time you spend in front of your computer, the more money you'll make. But also it takes away from your life. Now I'm at that point in my life where I'm 60. What do I got, 20 years left maybe? 30 years left? I don't want to sit in front of the computer. I want to hang out with my grandson. He's 4 years old. I want to make him absolutely miserable for my son and my daughter-in-law. Give him cake, ice cream. That's what we did. He came over today. We went swim in the pool. We had popsicles, and then we had cake and ice cream, and then I sent him home. That's what grandpas do. Anyway, you guys have a great night, and we'll catch you again tomorrow. For those of you that are going to be on the trading group tomorrow morning, I am going to send the link out now along with the list of stocks we're looking at for tomorrow. Other than that, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Same time, same channel. And now, okay, you guys have a great night over there on Facebook, down on Facebook, down here over on TikTok. Okay, over on TikTok, we're done. Okay, and now, over here on YouTube, we're done. You guys have a great night. And down here on YouTube for you guys down here. Troy, nice. Okay, anyway, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's bring this over to there. Now, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks that consistently increase their dividends to their shareholders for a minimum of 20 to 25 years consecutively. Not every once in a while, every single year, higher and higher dividends. You guys have a great night, and we will catch you again